I think it should be Joe.
Joe.
It should be Joe. You know what? Chris is so good at it. Chris is so good at it. I'm going to put on Chris.
Chris is the guest.
He's the guy.
I'll play my intro music right now. I'll play my intro music.
Nice. Do it.
1, 2, 3, go.
Huh? Come on, Joe. Start the show.
Oh, what's up, guys? Are we live right now?
No.
What? Come on, man. We're live.
Did you get?
No.
What's with the shirt and hat, Joe?
It's one of the suppliers.
He's matching. He's got
what about your
V-neck on.
No V-neck today. Yeah.
No V-neck.
I should have worn my V-neck.
No V-neck.
Yeah, you should have, Chris.
No V-neck.
You know what?
Problem.
Being strangled.
That's right.
Strangled, Joe.
Go to my Canadian friend.
Yeah. You know what? We're going to start the V-neck crew. Okay?
I do have a V-neck prototype HVACR video shirt.
Put my name on it, and I'll send all the proceeds to deliver to my house.
That's a collector's edition. It's worth money.
Yep.
I got a closet full of those things. It was a lot of money worth. That's the one thing. Samples are not free. That's what I figured out.
Yeah.
Nothing in the world is free.
Nope.
No.
Thanks for waiting up on me, guys. Jeez.
What happened to you, Joe?
Oh, just been crazy. I don't have enough time to shave, to trim my hair, to manscape. No, I'm joking.
Jeez Louise. Oh my God.
Nothing. It's just been crazy busy, and yeah.
Plus, your computer doesn't work.
Plus, my computer hasn't been working. And it's been a total mystery why it's crashing all the time. It's just been a bummer, and it's killing me. But whatever. I'm here now, so it's all that matters.
That is all that matters, Joe.
We're glad to see you, Joe. Thinking about doing the show without you, I mean, I don't want to say we broke down, but we were close, bro.
Yeah.
We almost canceled it.
I told him I was here. I got it. I'm just
exactly. Look at my fill-in.
I'm here now.
Yeah. Can't get a better fill-in than Chris, right?
Chris is the best, man. We are really close to saying, Joe's in Canada. He's obviously very busy. Chris is here in the United States with us, people we trust. So
I'm not one of those dirty foreigners. Sorry, Yama.
They're both on the bottom row, right?
Oh my God.
I made the top middle.
Yeah.
We're the top.
It's almost like we're the Brady Bunch right now. I got to look at say, "Hey, Joe."
We should just do the entire show. Hey, all of us staring at Chris.
Yo.
Wait.
What's up, yo?
What's up, Yamo? What's up, Yamo?
Yama, look up at me.
Why don't you guys high five each other, huh?
What's up, Chris?
Wait. That means I'm grabbing Zach's balls. Anyway.
Joe.
Sorry, bud.
Jeez, Joe.
I'm going like this.
How do you spell demonetized?
First the manscaping talk, and now this ball grabbing. I don't know about this conversation.
This is not proudly brought to you by
anybody.
No, right.
No one brings you this show.
So I want to
hashtag Sporlin85, everyone.
Join on.
That's exactly right.
Nice.
This show will never be monetized.
I should have put all kinds of funky sounds on my sound pads. I could have been messing with Zach the whole time.
You should have done that, man. That would have been great.
Yeah.
Nope.
Soundbite wore off.
Only one I have is this one.
Oh, I thought that was you drinking a beer every time.
Well, it was the first time.
No, he's got a beer. He's right there. He has a beer. So, the important thing is he has a beer.
I didn't pay for it though. Okay, I just turned my crappy mic on and poured the beer. So
nice.
Apple juice, carbonated apple juice. Come on, guys.
Yeah, good one. While I opened up this chat, yo Yamo, I seen you figured out the company for those bags.
Welcome.
You sent a picture.
Welcome.
This guy's Diet Coke over there.
Diet Coke over there. Aren't they nice?
Is that vanilla Coke?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually really good. I don't drink Coke anymore, but vanilla Coke I will cheat and have one of those.
I had a for the first time ever the other day. One of the supply houses had cherry 7-Up. Dude, it's pretty good. It's
like a Shirley Temple, right?
Yeah, or whatever. Yeah, Shirley Temple, kitty cocktail, whatever. That's what it tastes like. Yeah. Not bad. If that's up your stream.
I'm not a cherry fan myself, so you know what sounds good though? I would make an excuse to drink Coke for like Jack and Coke. Jack and Coke is very good.
I'm not a big Jack
like
fan.
I agree.
It
That's
would,
a good combo.
you know what? I mean, I'm not like a big alcohol drinker, but I do appreciate Jack and Coke. But I really like tequila. I'd rather have tequila like sipping it. Good tequila
Whoa.
stuff.
Just like scotch, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's
I really
tequila's better, Joe.
Don't drink very much though. But
No.
we had
I'm drinking.
my wife and I went up to our local mountain resort, which is this was it's just probably about 6 months ago. It's probably about 4,000 feet higher than what, so it's probably about, sorry, I'm tripping over myself. It's like 6,000 feet. And we went up there to watch a concert and we had dinner before. And I think I had 3 margaritas. That's it. 3 Cadillac margaritas. And I remember walking out of the restaurant and we went into the concert venue and I remember sitting down and then my wife went and got more drinks and I pretty much blacked out after that. But it's funny when you hear the story from my wife. She said, I got up and I said, we need to go. And she goes, why? We're having fun. And then I threw up everywhere, like in the concert venue, all over the place. And she goes, I was so good. And then she walked me out and I don't remember any of this. And she blacked out eventually too. And we don't drink like this, but it had something to do with the elevation, being in a higher elevation and drinking. 3 margaritas knocked me out. I was blacked out. We woke up in a hotel room. Both of us were like, how did we get in here? What happened? We had our clothes on. My wallet was in my pocket. Like, okay, we didn't get robbed. I don't know how we got in here.
So that's good to know. If you're a heavy drinker, you could save money on alcohol by moving to a high elevation.
Yeah.
Good
It's
tip.
funny, when we went this couple weeks ago, we went up on another vacation and we went into a bar in a Mammoth Mountain, another mountain resort. And we went into a bar and there was a big sign over the bar that said, welcome to 9,000 feet. Don't be an idiot. Beers hit you differently or something. And my wife and I both just looked at it and laughed because that's what happened to us. So
Chris, like maybe for these lightweights.
yeah, no. 3 drinks and I blacked out. Come on. That's ridiculous.
Hey, do you guys remember when Tyson bit the guy's ear? I think it was Holyfield.
Yeah.
So I was watching that fight back in the day. We paid for the pay-per-view. Me and my best friend were at his house watching the fight, and we were drinking. And I like to drink screwdrivers at that time, and I drank them a lot. And I remember sitting there watching this fight, and all of a sudden it just, like the tape went dead. And I woke up the next day. I'm sitting on a stool, and then I woke up the next day, and my friends just stared at me going, man, you were really sick last night. I have no idea what the hell happened. There's like no memory of it.
Yep.
That happened about 3 or 4 times.
And then you quit drinking.
And then, well,
Yeah.
then I quit drinking. Yeah. It's an interesting story, though.
Can I do we have a picture of those bags? Because I want to show these peeps, and I want. Is that a Velocity Yamo? Yamo?
No, it's a claim. It's a claim.
Clean.
Okay, screw that. It doesn't look that bad, Yamo. But Zach, do you have a picture of those bags of Velocities?
Would you like me to fetch one for you, Joe?
If you don't mind, because a lot of these guys don't know, and because of Justin, I found out about these bags, and they're pretty cool, and they're a little cheaper than Vito's, and they look pretty badass. So I'm pretty sure the guys want to see them.
Just give me just a
Okay.
moment, and you just fill this in with talking, and I'll catch up with you.
Oh, these are going to be our future sponsors.
I wish that would be nice.
I hope so.
It would be cool.
Yamo, your lips
Yeah.
move like 12 minutes after you talk. You know that?
Yeah.
Yamo, you know what a ventriloquist is?
Yeah, I know that.
Just try to keep your mouth still and just talk without moving your mouth, and everything will be all right.
It's like we're watching a Bruce Lee movie.
Yeah, old kung fu movie.
The bags are on the screen now, so you guys can't see it, but the guys out there can.
Was that Enter the Dragon? Is that one of the Bruce Lee movies?
So they're pretty nice bags, it looks like. I don't know if they're quite as rigid as Vito, but they're much better than the rest of the.
Oh, wow. They look like a total Vito.
Wow.
ripoff.
Yeah. Justin told me, what'd you say, Justin? What did they say? They call it the Vito Killer?
Yeah, somebody put a video on YouTube. Like, is this the Vito killer? with question marks, blah blah blah. I guess they're super popular in the UK. If any of you guys watch it, like PB Plumber, PB Plumber's a popular plumber on YouTube that's from the UK. He has a couple of them. There's been a couple guys from the US order them and get them here and like done reviews on them on YouTube. There's not a whole lot of videos, but like what you see on the screen, the backpack, it seems nice. They've got some other ones that are similar to like the Tech LC and the Tech XL. They call them like the Rogue 6.0, and then there's the Rogue 4.0, and then they've got a bunch of other little small bags. They seem pretty nice. They're a little cheaper than Vito's, and honestly, I like the. I was watching one of the reviews on the 6.0. Now it's more bag than what I would need. I mean, it's huge. It'd be like an install bag or something. But I like the pocket layout better than I do Vito's, just from what I've seen.
It'd be funny if they're made in the same place that the Vitos are made in.
Right. Monopoly.
You know what? You guys know Yeti coolers, and then I swear Yeti makes coolers for a bunch of different companies because they look identical.
Probably.
Yeah. We buy the Walmart version.
They get them from somewhere in Taiwan, and they just because that's what happens in those countries is they just black mark.
What's cool about these bags? I don't know if I'm behind or if I'm current or what on YouTube, but Zach, can you find one of the pictures where it shows the middle pocket that's in between the two sides?
Which bag do you want to see? Because I got the 6.0 up there
like the 6.0. There should be. It should show the middle somewhere. Keep going.
I know, Gary. I agree. I wouldn't pay that much for a cooler either. There's a couple of guys on YouTube that made their own. Have you seen that?
With spray foam?
Yeah.
I think I might have it on the screen now, Justin. You can. I don't know if you're checking it or what.
Those look really similar to the Vito bag. Even the tag. Look at the tag up in the top right there with the stitching on it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's showing that. For some reason, it's not showing that pocket. But in between the two, like, so you got your compartments on either side. What you're not seeing is up by the handle. There is a zip open pocket, and the whole inside of it is like wide open. So you could put your meters, drill, even drill bit sets, everything. There's like this huge compartment right in the middle that you could put all that stuff in.
Is it like a laptop pocket?
It's kind of similar.
It's a little wider though.
It's wide. It's super wide though. Like you could put like the SE 660 or 640. You could put it in the middle, stand it straight up, and like still have room before the zipper zips up at the top. Like it's a super deep, wide pocket.
I gotta be honest, it kind of looks better than a Vito in some ways, like buckles and stuff. I want one of these.
I know. I'm
gonna have to ask the people in Europe that subscribe to help me out.
Yeah.
Well, you can change the website from pounds to US dollars, so they must have some way to sell them to the US. And there's three. There's US dollars, pounds, and euros. So I guess Europe and the US is where they sell them.
Yeah. Like the 6.0, I think is, I mean, for an install bag maybe, but like a diagnostic bag, it's overkill. I think it's like it's similar to the Tech XL. I think it's 21 or 22 inches long, so it's almost 2 foot long. It's way too much.
I'm trying to remember the name of the bag I use for my sheet metal. What is that? Something XXL.
Yours is an open top XXL.
That thing is serious.
Yeah,
I have to be like, I got to mean business when I'm bringing that in. Like I'm doing some surgery work on metal if I'm bringing that in.
I gotta say that I was in the Vito stuff all the way back in the HVAC. What is the message board one? HVAC Talk.
Yeah.
Before YouTube was even a thing, the Vito stuff was being pushed on HVAC Talk, and I think my first bag was the XL, which is just the double-sided open top. I still have it in my garage, but I've had a lot of their bags. I roll the backpack one now, and I still love it. So
yeah, just has everything.
Probably gonna regret it though one of these days, because like I lift it with one hand all the time to get it onto my back, and then you put the other one around. But it's like one of these days my wrist is gonna be, well, this is the wrist that I was wearing a brace on for a while too, so probably has something to do with it.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to watch the live chat.
Stop shopping for bags. All right.
Now that you're here, Chris, and everybody, I know we talked about them recently, but
Actually, I think we should say now that you're here, Joe.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Now that I'm
That's
here,
exactly
Joe.
right.
That's exactly right. Do you have problems or people in the chat with phase monitors? And what do you do when you come across them? Do you ever do like I do? And sometimes I just bypass them because it's just, I don't know. I know for scroll compressors, maybe it might be detrimental to some more extent, but I don't know. These phase monitors sometimes just for residential, I guess like commercial use, they just are a nuisance sometimes. I don't know.
I honestly don't have a lot of experience with the phase monitors. I mean, I've come across a couple units. Some of the York units had phase monitors in them. I've installed like the ICM voltage. I guess it's a phase monitor, right? But then it's a voltage protector and it has a bunch of safeties like the ICM 450
Yes.
something or other.
Yeah, I've done that
I've
one too.
installed those once or twice and they've done well for me, but I don't use them a lot. So I don't really have anything bad to say about them.
I don't know.
What
Mixed-
issue are you having, Joe? I mean, anything specifically?
No, I guess I'm thinking maybe there was a power failure and then it came back up and it might have tripped it. But I've done it in the past. I just bypass them sometimes if they're giving difficulties, and it doesn't do anything. I just get rid of it. You know what I mean?
It does add protection,
Yeah, but like I don't know. You know what I think that would be useful maybe a big facility with a big generator or something, or to protect maybe the compressors on those situations, or maybe your country or city or state is a little worse on their controlling of their current. I don't know.
That's California right there.
There you go. Right. I think it matters. Like
We go up VFDs like crazy, and because we have very limited. I know people have ripped me in the comments saying that VFDs have power protection built into them, but I go through VFDs all the time, and it's always in areas where we have low voltage. So like I have one specific city by me where in the summertime at different locations within that city, I'll hit 185 volts, and we run 208 volts normally. So 186 would be the lowest, but in the past, before we had microprocessors on our equipment, you could run 186 and it was fine. But with microprocessors, you can only run like 190, and then stuff starts to fail. And
Yeah.
so that's where those monitors really come in. But I feel like we don't have enough of those. I call it power conditioning. Again, I get ripped for calling it that too, but it's what it is.
That's what it is.
I'm not that smart to come up with the technical terms.
So while we're talking about California, I sent these guys an article this week about, I believe, I think there's one place in Oregon and the rest of them is in California, but they're passing laws in new construction to outlaw natural gas.
Yeah, I heard about that up in the Bay Area. Super, we don't got to get political, but super crazy up there. And yeah, they're passing laws. Well, I wouldn't say laws. What they're doing is they're basically strong arming people. So they're passing new regulations that say new construction can't have this, which it doesn't surprise me, but it's just silly.
That is silly. Big time.
I mean, they say in the article or whatever, they said it's like 30% of, whatever causes the ozone depletion or whatever, right? Is from natural gas, period, But when I first started reading the article, I thought they were only talking about like cooking gas and it was just going to be stoves, but they actually said heating as well too, like period. No natural gas is entering these new construction buildings at all.
Yeah. And the problem is we're so excited about the science of the solar and all this different stuff, but they're having nothing but problems with the solar, and it's really not. And again, we don't need to get crazy political, but it's a whole thing, and it's kind of silly, but it's things like that it just kind of blows by me, because that stuff happens every day. There's always weird regulations that are passed where we live here in California, and we're always the first, us in New York or Washington State.
I agree. Yeah.
Seattle area, like we pass the craziest restrictions, and then it's just like, and then it goes to everybody else. So sorry for the rest of the United States.
Is this block on
honestly,
gas?
I don't see how. Go ahead.
Nah, you go ahead, man.
I was gonna say I don't see how it would or could possibly spread to the rest of the country unless they figure out a much more efficient way to heat a house using electricity that would be affordable, because not everyone could afford geothermal or whatever else. You know what I mean? Like what can you do? You know?
Yeah, and it's funny because here in California we're having 3 summers ago we were having rolling blackouts because the grid was too stressed and we didn't have enough power to. And even still, this last summer we have rolling blackouts where they just shut off power to certain areas because there's not enough power. And it's like, okay, but we're going to change everything. Granted, the winter time is a little bit different, but then we're going to have those high demands in the winter now too. For Southern California heating, we could survive, but Northern California, no, they get cold just like everybody else up there. So they get 30s up there. There's some parts of Northern California that are covered in snow. Southern California, our winters are extreme low, 30 degrees, and that's for like 2 days, and then 60-degree winters all summer or all winter. So,
they're worried about natural gas when in some countries, we won't say where, Yamel, they're dumping the refrigerant in the atmosphere. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
Creepy if my hands came across into the next block.
Oh, that would be.
To come across.
Let's try it, Chris.
Oh, yeah.
You got to figure that out.
Just stick your hand out. I'll just go like this.
Yes. There you go.
I probably the only Mexican on Monterey that has a recovery unit.
Hey, Zach.
I know exactly, Yamel.
Zach, high five.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Not
Ow.
shit, wrong way. This is hard, man.
Sorry, YouTube in the chat. So
I know. We're just being
Take a
silly.
break from the stream for a second to figure out this hand motion crap.
what's going on here? There we go. Why didn't I do that?
I just don't see, with all these regulations, it's making it more unaffordable for regular homeowners that are making just middle class or lower middle class. You're changing everything. Water heaters skyrocketed recently, in the last 8 years or whatever, and then furnaces with these new the new blower motors, and every couple of years they're upping the SEER rating on condensers. I don't know.
I heard something today. This is kind of going a little bit off topic, but just before this stream started, I clicked on my YouTube feed and I watch some of Dave Ramsey's stuff every once in a while. And his title caught me, and it said something about middle class not being able to survive these days or something like that. And then I clicked on it just out of curiosity. And then Dave went on this rant. I guess this video was from like a month ago, and it was really interesting. I don't know if any of you guys watch his stuff, but he basically shamed me because I'm middle class. And basically I got put back in my place because he said, look, he goes, we as middle class live our lives as we're rich, talking about the consumerism and having to have all this stuff in these $40,000 cars and all this different things. And he's like, you guys are living like you're rich, but you're not. So I kind of went on a tangent there, but
kind of true.
yeah.
My glass of scotch weighs 12.7 ounces.
Thank you, Adam.
Your Coke scale right there, or what?
It's my male scale.
Your male scale. So it's your Coke scale.
Here's another question for you guys.
It's meth these days, huh? It's a meth scale.
I better get to this. This is a perfect time to ask this.
After Breaking Bad. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
How important is it to you guys to bolt down compressors?
Wait a second. Wait a second. This is trouble.
I was just looking around. I've been seeing a couple things on YouTube, and it's just, I don't know, man. I think it's a big deal. I honestly think it's a big deal, and
I can honestly say I don't know what you're talking about, but I am gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure this out.
My God, if you don't watch anything the rest of the year, you'd watch that.
That's exactly right.
Applause.
So what do you guys think? Is it important to bolt down a compressor?
It's very important. I mean, think about it. Slowly over time, the compressor is going to move. It's going to put strain on the discharge line, the suction line for sure.
I mean, if you're not, you're going to be calling your service company and you're going to be saying, hey, man, my compressor's running. He's like, that's good. No, it's running.
It's across the yard.
I think that, again, I don't know what you're talking about, but I have a feeling you're going to tell me later. But, I posted a video. Well, I kind of know what you're talking about because someone said, but I posted a video yesterday on my Facebook feed about approaching a job like someone's going to walk up behind you and talk shit. And so basically, always want to do a job like you know someone's going to come up behind you and talk shit. So that way, nobody can. Don't give anybody any fuel, you know. But there's a lot of reasons. I mean, think about if I just picture a normal residential package unit. Usually, the stamped metal on the bottom of a residential package unit, the compressor is lifted off of the bottom of the unit. There's usually a little lift up or something like that. So that way the compressor doesn't sit in any potential water that might flood the bottom of the unit. It's about 3/4 of an inch. So if you have a compressor that's not bolted up, over time, that compressor is going to walk off those, and then it's going to be sitting crooked at an angle. And then the pistons are going to be going up and down at an angle. And it's going to put everything at a strain inside that compressor.
Yeah.
Now, granted, okay, if you don't bolt it down, it'll probably last 6 months to a year, but maybe after that, you're going to start to have, you know, problems with it. So,
and I think it's more of an issue when it comes to recips, recip compressors. You know what I mean? Like you got that banging everywhere. Like it's not like a scroll, and it's I don't know. I just
what about leaks on microchannels?
You guys are so subtle.
We're going to take this one step at a time.
We're going to drag this out for like 30 minutes.
It's an hour show, guys. So make sure you keep doing that.
I haven't attempted to fix one, and I probably won't. But I guarantee I'll be very careful when I'm around microchannels because I deal with them because they're very delicate, and you don't want to hit them anywhere because you'll get a hole. Then you got to explain to the customer you damaged his coil. That could be a big issue.
Allegedly.
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 That could happen.
Supposedly, they're really easy to fix.
So everybody's like, allegedly, supposedly, theoretically. Well, it's the wrong compressor for sure.
let me clarify. I heard about what this was, but I have not seen it yet. So that's why I'm saying, I don't know what you're talking about. I heard about something, and I am going to, after this stream, I'm going to go click on something and watch something just so I can figure out what it is.
We could press pause and let you go watch it right now.
Oh, we probably have it clipped away somewhere.
I don't want to be part of that, but
I know. No. We're not saying any names.
Okay, so like boilers or what?
Boilers, compressors, bad news to the customer, blower motors.
What about when you're charging that compressor with R410?
Well, it's a 410A compressor, right? I don't think there's
the subject in question
compressor has a different compression ratio than an R22 compressor. I don't think there's any there. It either is or it isn't, right?
Well, it's not. It's definitely not.
It either has a or it.
It's theoretically.
We're going down a
no, that was not theoretical. Okay, that was not. That's a CR42 K6E-PFV-875.
Well, that's detailed.
I know, right? Because I put the same compressor in like 20 times. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, nice.
Well, they're very common. The CR series of Copeland compressors.
So what is that model number? CR42.
CR42 K6E. Just look up CR42 K6. It'll pop up. The E is for POE. Without the E, it's for mineral oil.
Oh, okay. So wait.
That was impressive, wasn't it, guys?
See, I'm going to Copeland Mobile. CR42 K6E. And then
PFV-875 is the electrical.
Yeah, PFV, that is a 407C R22 compressor.
Or 410, depending on which way
it's not 410, no. It's like if it's POE oil, it's not any refrigerant that's compatible with POE you can put in there.
Oh, God.
Now, my question is, would you do all this work if you had a bad X13 blower motor on it?
That's a...
He didn't know the blower motor was bad, though. He didn't know that.
Whose fault is that?
I'm not saying.
But seriously, though. Like for techs, when you're going to a job and you're finding out there's other issues, whose problem is that? You got to take it on the chin, because what are you going to say to the customer? If you're a business owner, if you're a good tech, you can't just start putting this all on the customer. Oh yeah, your compressor's bad. Well, now your blower's bad. Oh wait, now your coil's bad. Like,
Okay, so let's walk up to this as a junior service tech. So let's theoretically say that this unit was up and running. Let's say someone put the compressor in there, got it running, fixed whatever leak, fixed the blower motor. So now I come up as a junior tech and I put my service gauges on there. More than likely a junior tech is going to be using one of these apps, Measure Quick or something, which I'm happy that they have them, but so a junior tech's going to put that on there, and Measure Quick's just going to go crazy because it's not going to know what to think when the pressures are just out of whack. And as he starts adding gas, he can't get the superheater subcooling where it's supposed to be. Your TD is not right. I mean, sounds like a headache.
yeah.
That unit that we're talking about is it's like a mess. But I've done units like that before where I walk up to it and the guy's like, "We have no money," and it's a huge risk. It's a huge risk to even, you know, because you think you're doing somebody a favor, but if it doesn't go perfectly, like the one I had water in the refrigerant circuit. It was like, I don't know what the hell happened to it, but there was significant amount of water.
He flushed out the lines.
He definitely did. He cleaned it out with some Dawn and some water. It was squeaky clean inside.
Some Dawn.
I pulled a vacuum on that unit, and like 5 minutes after it had been running, the vacuum oil was like white. I was like, well, this isn't good, you know. So I tried to fix it. Ended up having to replace the unit because it was just too far gone.
Yeah.
Well, and what you guys that are owners, like my mind frame, you know, obviously I'm not an owner, but my mind frame is, you know, if you find something that's got multiple problems like that, you know, is it even worth the headache? Like in my mind, it's like you find this, and this wrong. And the guy's constantly saying, I don't have no money. I can't afford that, blah, blah, blah. I can't. At one point do you say, you know, it's not worth it, and you just walk away, you know, like that you're not going to put your name on that. You're not going to put a compressor in that to find other things wrong or whatever. I mean, what's your take on it?
There's times where, so maybe a year ago or 2 years ago, I went up to an old Weil McLean boiler, okay? And had one of those old school, like mercury gas valves on it. And he had a company come out and they told him it was going to be like $2,000 to replace the gas valve. So he needs a new boiler. And he called me, you know, I don't know, 7, 8 o'clock at night. And I went over there and I looked at it. He's like, is that going to be $2,000? And I said, well, I could probably get it going for you right now. It's not going to be super cheap, but it's going to be a heck of a lot cheaper than $2,000. And he's like, you can get it going today. He's like, because they don't have that gas valve anywhere locally. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll get it going for you. So all I did was change the pilot assembly and switch it over to a standing pilot. Technically, you're not supposed to do that. If you know what you're doing, I don't think it's that big of a deal. But like, are you putting yourself at risk? Yeah, you're kind of changing a gas-fired appliance, you know. But there's a lot of instances where you look at something, you're like, yeah, I'm not touching this. You need to change it. And
You have to.
You know.
It comes from experience, though. Usually you try to do some good, and then you keep getting bitten on the ass, and then eventually you're like, I recognize this. No thanks.
Right. Exactly.
Good point. So I had a unit 2 years ago, year and a half ago. I have a restaurant chain that I do work for, and I took over 4 more of their stores. I've already been doing work for 3 of them, and I got 4 more. And I kind of had an idea. Through long story short, I knew the service company that did the work before, and I kind of had an idea I was walking into a shitstorm. And sure enough, it was a disaster, everything. So I kind of was on guard. But at the same time, because most of my videos, most of the stuff that I've done is because I made those mistakes, I learned from them, and I learned how not to do things, and I learned how to recognize bad stuff because I made a hell of a lot of mistakes. But in this instance, I walked up, and there was one particular package unit where I walked up, it had a leak. I fixed the leak, but something told me to really look into this. And the refrigerant pressure in it, but it was a 10-ton. Usually we don't have a 4-ton and a 6-ton. We usually have 2 5-tons and a 10-ton. So yeah, what happened was the previous company put a 4.5-ton. Okay, it's close, but it's not quite the compressor that belongs in there. When I brought that up to the facilities department, it was still running, but it was the wrong compressor. They just told me, well, it's running, leave it alone. We understand it's not running right, so do your best to charge it up and let it run. And now but as a business owner, I have to think about that, because if one of my guys ever goes there, I have to remember, if we go there on their kitchen AC, there's the wrong compressor in there, because my guys might go out there and they might not know that the wrong compressor's in there. And they might just say, because again, some people don't look at the big picture and think about things like I do. So they'll go in and say, hey, the compressor model number is this. And they go to the supply house and get another one, put it back in, instead of calling the manufacturer. Most of the time, I don't call the manufacturer carrier to go get a compressor. I call my local supply house because it's a Copeland compressor, and I just match up the numbers. But you got to kind of look at things. So I might be sending my guys blind in there, but at the same time, the facilities department didn't want me to change the compressor. They just said, just let it go until it dies. Who knows when that'll be? But I have a 4.25 ton unit or compressor running where it should be a 5 ton. So it's not being as efficient as possible, but I had to leave it running and charge it up the way that I needed to do. And so I had to, jerry rig it basically.
I had this summer, actually, my neighbor across the street, 5 years ago, I installed an XR13 train condenser, a furnace, everything, the whole 9 yards. This summer I went out, it wasn't working, bad compressor. It's one of those black crap compressors Train was putting in for a while. So I called in with the model and serial number, like, yeah, we have the compressor in stock. So 5 o'clock on a Friday, I race to the supply house and I pick up the compressor, come back, open it up. And to my surprise, it's a nice, bright, shiny orange Alliance compressor. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, Train must have found their ill to their ways, and maybe they're putting in better compressors now. So I set it in place. The discharge line did not line up. None of the piping lined up. I'm like, what the heck? Now I got to repipe this. So I'm trying to find copper and stuff to pipe it all, get the whole thing done, warranty the elder compressor. And then 2 months later, I get a bill. It says rebill on my account. I'm like, what is this? And it's for the compressor. And I call in. I'm like, why you rebill me for this warranty compressor? They're like, you returned the wrong, or you bought the wrong compressor. I'm like, what do you mean I bought the wrong compressor? I gave you guys the model and serial number. Well, you picked it up and installed it. I'm like, I don't know what the hell compressor goes in there. I give you the model and serial number. You give me the compressor. Yeah. And so it was like a big fight to try to get a credit. And I ended up talking to it's a big company. I talked to one of the head guys, and he's like, well, it was our mistake. We'll credit you, but you have the wrong compressor installed. Do you want to install the right compressor? I'm like, no, it's a 3-ton compressor I installed, right? Well, yeah. I'm like, well, then hell no, I'm not going into pulling that compressor out and putting another one in. No chance.
Let me ask you this. So I had, and this is not wrong compressors, but I had a Train package unit that lost. It was a 20-ton Train package unit. It lost a 10-ton Train. What is it? They're 3D scroll compressors. So they're big, giant. You guys know what I'm talking about? The big ass scroll compressors.
Yeah.
So I lost a 10-ton 3D scroll compressor. But before I lost that compressor, I had a refrigerant leak. Okay. So I fixed the leak and then charged the unit up, and the compressor took a dump. Okay. So we got a bad compressor. So we already spent a bunch of money putting 20 pounds of R22 in the unit when R22 is really expensive. It's dropped a lot, but so we put the R22 in, we fixed the leak, compressor went bad. So this is just under $5,000 for the compressor alone, I think. Very expensive, not naming exact prices, but very expensive compressor. Customer chose to fix it. Again, people ask me, why do they fix this stuff? It's because of the regulations in California, what they have to go through to get a permit. It's cheaper just to fix it. So put the compressor in, but then at the time, R22 was ridiculously expensive, right? I had already charged it up, but the compressor ground it out. So we needed new R22 now. So the supply house talked me into one of the R22 replacements. It was 427A at the time. And they sold me on and I wasn't really researching. This was about 5 years ago, I think. I wasn't really researching thing. They told me 427A works perfect with mineral oil. Okay, cool. But 427A in there. I've told this story, similar, bits of this story. But anyways, long story short, the new compressor I put in took a dump. Okay. 2 days later, I figured, well, it's under warranty. Give me a new compressor. Give me a new compressor. Second compressor in there, 427A, took a dump. Something's wrong. It was a 427A. Doesn't work with mineral oil. And 3D scroll compressors on those big giant ones. It's not just the 427A. It's the 3D scroll compressor needs the refrigerant to move with the oil, basically. So if you use one of those refrigerants that doesn't mix with the R22 oil, it's just a whole thing, ruin the compressor. So let me ask you guys, before I tell you how I handled that situation, whose fault was that? It falls on me because I made the decision to talk the customer into going with 427A. But do I eat those two? Or in my case, it was just a $4,000 compressor. Now, long story short, after everything, we told him to change the unit. So, but we still got very expensive compressors. So who eats that cost?
I mean, I would have a serious talk with your distributor on that. You know?
Okay. So I bought the compressor from Trane. I bought the refrigerant from another supply house.
I guess that's your fault.
Trane. Because Trane, I've since learned, it's funny too, because you go to any factory Trane supply house and they sell alternative refrigerants. Okay. They sell alternatives to R22. But Trane has a service bulletin out there that says, we will not warranty any R22 substitutes in an R22 compressor, period. So they'll sell you the refrigerant. So even if I did buy it from Trane, they have a thing saying they won't warranty it.
Yeah, I got a couple 20-year-old Trains run on MO99 that I fix leaks on.
Yeah. So what I ended up doing on that one was, luckily I have a good customer. I have a good relationship with my customer. And I talked to my customer and I just told him up front, this is what happened. We got one compressor under warranty. Okay, that's taken care of. Screw Trane, right? Whatever. We have a second compressor that you paid for, but now you're changing the unit. So luckily, I was lucky that my customer let me give them that compressor at cost. And I still sold them a new unit. So I was able to mark up the new unit and I gave them the original compressor at cost. I ate all the labor. Now, mind you, that was 2 guys, 8 hours each day, because that's a big ass compressor to get on the roof. That was
that's a whole lot better than eating all of it, though.
I see how this is circling back to how this whole story started. Sometimes you need to just take things on the chin.
You have to.
Yeah.
Yep. For sure.
Own up to it. Own up.
We basically, and at the same time, I mean, my supply house told me, and you need to do the research yourself. And I'm not saying that alternative refrigerants don't work. They do, but you need to use them in the correct circumstances and you need to do the research. So after that, I did a bunch of research and I found out that there's something about the Trane 3D scroll compressor that you don't want to use those alternative refrigerants for. Now, if you can put POE oil in it, it'll work better. But I did it with mineral oil. And
Zach is well versed.
Just what the supply house said. So, I needed to not listen to just the supply house and do some of the research myself.
Sure. Yeah.
Zach, you've read a lot about these refrigerants and what carries oil, what does not, right?
Yeah, 427A and 421A, to the best of my recollection, has no hydrocarbon in it for carrying mineral oil. So it's much weaker in that area as far as oil return.
I think it does have a hydrocarbon. I think it's a very small amount. And I'm not picking on individual refrigerants. My buddy Ralph was in the chat earlier, and he works for Honeywell Refrigerants. I just think, and again, it's just a matter of doing the correct research. And I think that if I would have reached out to Ralph, if I would have known him back then, he probably would have told me some things. If I would have reached out to some smarter people than myself instead, and again, I'm not mad at my supply house for selling me the 427A, because the supplier that I think Arkema made the refrigerant or something like that, they were telling him, it works fine with mineral oil. And if you look at their tech bulletin, it says it works with mineral oil, but if you have pressure drops, if you have this, it works better with POE oil. Okay, so to me, that basically says it works perfect with POE oil and works with. And I since used 427A probably 3 more times after that, and it worked fine, beautifully on carrier package units with fixed orifice metering devices. No problems at all. But just from that Trane incident. And if you Google search Trane 3D scroll compressor with alternative refrigerant, you're going to see my story come up all the time. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's what it's going to say.
All right, this is going to sound like a bunch of nonsense, but 427A is tetrafluoroethane, pentafluoroethane, difluoromethane, and trifluoroethane. So it doesn't have hydrocarbons, but it does include R143, which is a little bit different than the other ones.
So Ralph is actually commenting right now, and he says it does have a hydrocarbon, but he doesn't make that refrigerant, but it does have something. I don't know which one. But isn't the tetrafluoro whatever? Isn't that a hydrocarbon?
I'm gonna look it up again. It's
I think
143.
tetro something or other is that tetro is explosive. I think.
What is Ralph's screen name?
Yeah, where is he?
Dallas fan, right?
I think I can say that. Hopefully, I didn't pin you there, Ralph.
I think
yeah.
you've already said that because I think I remember him being in there.
Yeah, it is Dallas.
Yeah, okay.
All right,
Hopefully I
which
don't
one is the
pin him. If you
hydrocarbon?
can
Because I
just-
want to know too.
Again, this isn't my stream, but anyone that has questions, Ralph.
Yeah, absolutely.
If anyone wants his personal cell phone number, email me. No,
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
No, I don't mind. I don't know how to do this. Actually, can I Justin?
Do
can I-
it.
Can I post
Do-
links to your guys' thing? I don't know.
Go
if
ahead, man.
Go for it.
I don't know if it'll let me though, Zach. Will it?
A link? Try to do it, and if it asks me, I'll approve it. See if
Okay.
it does.
Anybody has questions? Ralph is always willing to answer. He's a super cool dude. So,
My glass now weighs 13.3 ounces.
and I will say that also, it's not that refrigerant won't work with mineral oil. It's that I was ignorant and didn't follow the rules completely correctly. So, I'm going to try to post Ralph's email. This is Ralph from Honeywell. He will. He's always looking and helping people out in the chat.
Cool.
Honeywell. Sorry, I peck here, so it takes me a minute to type stuff out.
You're a pecker?
I'm a pecker.
Oh my god! What a peck!
Yeah, it kicked me out. It said I couldn't, so I don't know if you guys can approve that or not.
You know, I don't read a ton about these alternative refrigerants and that, but I think I've just gotten lucky. I've used MO99 just because I chose it one day.
Yeah.
And I think I did because they said you don't have to replace the oil. Okay. And this is what the supply house told me. I've heard a lot of people talk about how MO99 is crap. I know you lose a little bit of efficiency. Do you guys know any other specifics about it?
Real quick, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. Zach, can I put it in the private chat? Can you post it that way?
Yes, I think I can. Hey,
It's
you
in
know
the
what?
private chat, Zach.
Text it to me if you don't
I don't
mind.
know if I can text it. Let me see.
I got it right here. I'll just copy and paste it.
Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt you there.
Well, that question was kind of directed towards you since you're the smartest person I've also.
I'm not the smartest person. I'm an idiot, but say it again. I'm sorry.
MO99, what's your take on that?
What?
Yeah.
I've never used it. I've seen 3 systems. I can count them in my hands. 3 systems out there that have had it installed by someone else. I've never had a problem with it, but I've heard tons of horror stories that are similar to mine. So I imagine it was ignorance and people not following the installation instructions. So
Sorry, Zach. It won't let me put it in there either.
Oh crap!
let me try to text it. I just got to, I was copying and pasting. I'll text it to Justin, Zach. Just keep doing your thing. Justin.
That's what I heard too, Adam, and Ralph is saying it as well. It loses capacity and efficiency, like you guys mentioned.
I think
I've been
they
here.
all have a little bit of capacity lost.
They all drop. What I've noticed on the charts that I've seen is that MO99 does better than a lot of the other ones. Let's see, MO99. What's some of the other ones? 422
422B.
B.
If I had to choose one, period, it would be 407C. If I had to choose one, it would be 407.
Yeah.
But you need an oil changeover for that one.
Yeah.
So
Right.
The only time I
Yes.
use a drop-in is if like there's a freaking leaf blower of a leak and you have to repair the leak. You're not going to recharge all virgin R22. I'm sorry. Or at least I'm not going to.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. All R22.
I love
I don't
leaf
have any
blower.
alternative
I love
refrigerants.
that.
I buy R22 every single day.
Why not, Adam? Yeah.
I charge a
Why
lot
not?
for R22 per pound.
So that's what you got to do. You charge a lot.
Can we talk? I don't want to mess people up, but I'm curious how much you're paying for R22. I don't know if you guys want to go down that path. So
There's no
I mean,
homeowners here. This isn't interesting
Yeah.
for homeowners. Go ahead.
I mean, what is R22 costing? Like $400 a drum right now?
Yeah, about
Almost.
That's nothing. That's pennies.
Right, you're right. But the thing is,
I
When-
got
when
R22 way cheaper.
when R22 was almost $1,000 a jug, we raised our prices. And when the prices fell, we didn't lower our prices. And we did that because R22 is being phased out. And it's kind of nonsense to start promoting R22 again, in my opinion. So, like, when you raise your prices to a certain level, when does it make sense to lower them again? You know, I just don't think that it makes much sense to put R22 back into another system. And if you say, hey, you need 5, 6, 7 pounds of R22, I don't know. That's my opinion. I just think if you have a system that needs that much refrigerant, and you know,
Should be being replaced.
you should replace it.
Well, absolutely. Yeah.
Now, but so let me break this down. So in California, let's say I have a restaurant and I have a 10-ton package unit, okay, and we want to replace it. So the first step is I have to go to, we have to purchase the unit, or the customer. So you have to get a unit basically, okay. Then we go to the city. We say, hey, we want to replace this unit. The city's going to ask us for a bunch of paperwork. The first thing they're going to ask you for is a elevation drawing to show if the new unit, because most units take a curb adapter when you replace a unit. So they're going to say, does your new unit extend above the parapet wall, the faux wall around the building? Because we have rules that say you can't see the unit basically, especially once you get into the fancy cities. They don't even want high rises seeing units. There's different things you got to do.
Let me interrupt you on this as an idea. I know this could be a little bit inefficient work-wise, but it could be more efficient like politically wise. What if they don't want to see it? You have a curb adapter, it's sticking up too high. What if you put it on rails and you duct it? You do a side discharge and duct the unit.
I'll address that right now because it keeps going. So elevation drawing is the first thing we have to supply them. In an elevation drawing, they don't want me to draw it out. It's got to be drawn by an architect, which is ridiculous. So I need to now get an architect to show that this new unit has to be a professional blueprint. I guess I shouldn't say an architect, but it has to be in their format, whatever, blah, 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 blah. So you have to show that it's not going to extend above. And if it is going to extend above, you have to remediate the problem. Okay, so how are you going to extend the parapet wall? But you can't extend the parapet wall without getting a permit for that too. Now let's keep going with the AC. So, okay, so let's say we pass the elevation check. If that unit weighs more than 200 pounds more, you need to get a structural engineer involved. If that restaurant is over 20 years old, the structural engineer needs to look at the blueprints. Who has the blueprints? So now the restaurant has to draw up blueprints for that building to find out that that unit doesn't weigh any more money. At the same time, where the structural engineer comes involved, well, now I moved that unit 8 foot over and ducted it in, but now I put a load on the different side of the building now. And maybe that wasn't set up for that unit.
Wow.
Okay. Then on top of that, so let's say we pass all that stuff, right? But now we have to, okay, so if they can't find the plans, the architect has to draw the plans now. So there's $2,000 right there. He has to draw new plans for the building. It just keeps going. Then when we get done with the unit, we have to have a second party come in and audit our work, basically. They call them a HERS rater. They come in and make sure that the unit passes airflow, passes duct tightness, all this different stuff. If it doesn't, you have to fix the problem, that kind of stuff. Then once it passes that, then you call for a code inspection, and they want to make sure normal stuff. Okay, you followed gas code, electrical code, and you have to seismically strap the unit. Similar to other states, they'll have hurricane straps and different things like that. Okay, that's going to cost an extra $3,000 to $4,000. So my 10-ton package unit, let's just throw a number out. This isn't what it's going to cost, but let's lowball it so we don't freak anybody out. Let's say my 10-ton package unit, my installation with the unit and everything costs $5,000. Got another $3,000 to it. So in that situation, the customer looks at it and they're like, we don't want to go through all that. And then at the same time, and this is just regulation stuff, when the city comes in, what happens if they notice something else that's not up to code in the building? That's why we don't change units here very much. Or if they do change them, they do them at nighttime or on the weekend.
Yeah, overnight.
They have people that do it when they're not supposed to, you know? Again, I kind of took this down a path, but that's why we end up repairing a lot of units. So it's kind of crazy.
Sometimes you got to use a compressor that's rated for R22 with 410 to get stuff done, you know?
Yeah.
And here we come back.
Any of you guys use that
What was that?
Blue On stuff? Somebody asked in the chat as well.
I see that. I downloaded the app. I got to say, I've never used the Blue On stuff. I don't
either.
know if I buy the hype about it, but I'm not talking crap. It's, whatever. I have nothing bad to say about it, but I will say their app is awesome. And I downloaded the app just to download it. You got to pass a test or something, but I downloaded it and they got some great information in their app. That's pretty cool. So
What's the app? It's just like, what is the app anyways?
Blue On.
they just basically, it lists every unit. So if you're working on any Carrier unit, you input the model number and it's going to tell you what you need to do to use their refrigerant. And so where it really comes into play is with the big IntelliPack units and the big train units. It actually tells you need to install this. You need to install this to make their refrigerant work. So the cool thing is, even if you don't use their refrigerant, I don't want to piss anybody off, but even if you don't use their refrigerant, you can use
They're
their
not here,
retrofit
Chris.
guidelines.
It's okay.
Okay, you can use their retrofit guidelines. So,
Gotcha.
but yeah, their app is really cool just because it gives you all kinds of cool information on things to properly follow. I think the key to this all is, if you're going to use an alternative refrigerant, you just need to follow the instructions, and you can't trust what the supply house tells you. You need to reach out to someone, whether it be Ralph or Luan or whoever, right? I mean, reach out to someone and get the proper way to do it, and listen to what they have to say. Someone who really knows what they're talking about. That's the important thing. And don't just trust what a brochure says to do.
Or the suppliers. Yeah.
I think I was at a supplier, one of my local suppliers that I'm not going to mention them, but one of my local suppliers, and they have a bulletin board, and they don't sell R22 refrigerant at that supplier, period, which I think is kind of silly, a supply house that won't sell it. But anyways, they won't sell it, and they have a list of refrigerants that replace it. And right next to them, they say, it says something along the lines of, you can mix. And I think we all, it says right on there, you can mix this refrigerant. And it's like, that's incorrect.
Can we bring Ralph? Can Ralph call in, Zach?
He cannot because the phone is not hooked up. But I just put in the chat he can come on the show anytime. So he could come in here if he wanted to now or in the future or whatever.
Yeah, Ralph, you could come in our show. You don't have to worry about Chris or so, right? You know, don't let anybody in.
I don't have
We let anybody in here.
We're all going to be on Chris's show Monday.
Yeah, a new thing.
Chris is like, that's we're not going to do a show Monday.
So you got to email Ralph. You got to email Ralph the link.
Did he say he wanted to come in here?
He says he wants to talk about it.
I don't think he said he wanted to come in here. If he says he wants to come in here,
maybe he wants to talk. Maybe he'll do something in the future. I don't know that he's quite ready for something like that. But maybe I'm misunderstanding the chat. I don't know.
I don't think he wants to come in and talk
No, I
about
think
Blue On
Ralph's
live.
telling me he wants to talk to me about Blue On, and he's saying shoot me an email. So I think he's talking to me.
I think he's talking to Chris. Yes, privately.
Yeah, he's not right.
With me on the other line. Listen.
He said, I would love to, but I'm not here in an official capacity.
Oh, none of us are here in official capacity.
Exactly.
My glass weighs 13.3 ounces, Ralph.
And my apple juice is very good. So, in fact, I'm gonna have to blink my screen out to go get some more apple juice in a few minutes because, the three that the two before the show while we were waiting for Joe, I went through, and then the one during the show that I've been milking, I need to refill.
Nice.
Everybody's got liquor. What the hell?
You know,
Apple juice. What are you talking about? I'm politically correct.
yeah.
Look, right there. Listen.
Nice.
Chill out
See?
and get ready
Apple
for
juice.
a mediocre Q&A live.
Hold on.
Yourself your favorite adult beverage. And if you're not, stick with apple juice.
There you go, right there.
Nice.
That's exactly right.
That was your take on Offspring, right?
Yeah, because I got flagged. Stupid me. Okay, so I really don't drink that much, but that day I drank 2 or 3 beers before the live stream. Here, I don't drink that much yet. I'm drinking. It's becoming a thing. I need to stop. But I drank 2 or 3 beers before the live stream, and I got this idea 10 minutes before the live stream. Dude, I want to play the intro from Offspring Smash. I could do that. They're not going to flag me. It's not music. Pull it up, put it on there. And when the stream went, and then right when it posted, I immediately got an email.
Holy.
I was like, oh, that was stupid. And I'd never done that before. So, but they took it off. It was just a warning, basically. It basically said, so I played the intro for Offspring Smash. If you guys have never heard that, it's basically a take of someone talking like that. And it sent me a warning. And then so I went in and edited the video and took that off. And then they immediately unflagged the video or whatever.
Sit back, relax, put your feet up.
Yeah.
Lean back and just enjoy the melodies.
Yep.
After all.
It got demonetized.
Nope. Hey, the air conditioning guy, I forget his name, Zach. What's his name?
Juan.
He mentioned something about the cost of rooftop, like Chris was saying. So when you guys quote rooftops, don't you guys obviously have that in the price? And doesn't everybody have that quote in the price for the engineers, architects, $2,000 for drawings or whatnot? Don't you guys put that in your quote anyways? And don't these people know that? Everybody's doing the same thing, so the customer should know that.
99% of the people don't pull permits.
That's the issue.
99%. But I pull them every single time.
Yeah.
There's other guys like to save their customers money.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're looking out for the customer until the unit falls to the roof or whatever.
Look, if none of my customers do this, but I have to tell you that there's certain chain restaurants that if you don't do the work, they're going to find someone else. Again, not me, but they're going to find someone else to do the work. So what do? I went to a meeting one time at our local trade show. They had the state inspectors, whatever, talking about pulling permits and whatever. And I stood up and said, look, I'm a contractor. I said, how do I deal with this? I said, everybody else is not going to pull a permit and they're going to do the job. And I'm going to pull the permit and I'm going to lose the job. So what do? I said, do I just give them the work or do I do the work? He goes, we have a phone number. He goes, what we want you to do is go ahead and let them do the work and then call us and tell us when the job is going to be done and we'll go find them.
Be a rat.
That's not my job. That's exactly what I can't remember what his title was, but he's like basically the person, the contractor, state license board, whatever. He said, yeah, here's a phone number. We have a tip line. You call this tip line. That's not my job. It's your job to figure out how to make us do this. You know?
got to get one of those big blow up rats that the union guys use at the non-union jobs and just show up at their job, blow it up in the beginning, in front of the building and say, oh, you're busted, dude.
Yep.
Oh,
What happened to Joe? Look at him.
Joe just freeze.
That man is stuck.
Joe.
yeah.
That man got stuck on stupid. Look at him.
Shut up.
Are you almost froze too?
Yeah. I am frozen, but
Pose. Hold on, wait. There you go.
Everybody,
yeah.
Why are you not picking your nose, dude? Come on, don't lie. Pick your nose, dude. Oh.
So wait, am I frozen for you guys or just frozen?
you're good now. You're good now.
Hey, Yamo, how's it going? Yamo.
Yamo
You
is
should put
big.
the sound bite for him.
Get a little bit
Wish my fingers would go to the other side. That would be so awesome. I could pick his ears.
He vapes,
Yeah, I know.
he vapes one too many times.
Oh, he gone. He gone.
He gone.
NorCal was saying to do a furnace change out. It's like $600 to pull a permit.
I was probably exaggerating a little bit with the money that I gave you, but it is stupid expensive. When I said like $2,000, I mean, but anyways, but yeah, it is crazy what we have to go through. So
Yeah, what do you say? I think it was $600. You said for a furnace.
right now, and again, this is going to pass to the rest of the United States. I think Ralph and I were talking about this, but it's illegal in the state of California for me to use R404A refrigerant, which is the number one refrigerant we use. We can't use it on new installations or major retrofits. So a major retrofit is a compressor replacement, expansion valve replacement, or evaporator replacement. We have
Okay.
so basically, technically.
Hey, Joe,
Wow. Yo,
look at Zach's wife's comment.
I'm looking
What?
for it. Where's it at?
like a Zach wife. What?
What do you say?
Llama
Look at my
Llama.
wife.
Look at her comment.
Where's your?
Lamo Yamo.
Yamo, Yamo.
Oh,
Where's the funny comment at? I'm missing.
that's how Yamo got his name.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. Okay.
'Cause I thought Yamo was speaking Spanish in the chat. I'm like, he put LM, whatever, laughing my ass
Whatever,
off.
yeah.
And I'm
He
like,
didn't put it. Another Spanish guy done it.
and I'm like, Yamo?
And Yamo was like LAMO, and so you guys were both trying to understand what this is going on. And me and Justin look at each other like, wait a minute, dude, that's laughing my ass off. What are you guys saying?
I thought he was trying to speak Spanish to us.
Oh my god, that was a killer moment.
Hey, pause me for a second, Zach. How do I pause myself?
You want to take away your picture?
2 seconds, yeah.
There on the screen down there at the bottom, it says stop cam, and it's right next to mute.
So basically, hey, stupid, hit the stop cam button. That's what you're saying?
Yeah. Hit hit the damn stop cam button,
Not
Chris.
late.
You could have said that. I'll do it. I'll be right back, guys.
Stop sloshing beers and look at your computer.
So back to that Israel video.
That's exactly right.
Oh my god.
Moral of the story is do your job the right way every time, regardless of whether somebody's trying to be cheap, regardless of whether it's a piece of crap. Do a full diagnostic, whether or not he's going to do everything or not, so it doesn't bite you in the ass.
Yeah. Don't just look at the nickel at the end of the tunnel. You gotta do your job.
Dirtfoot.
Do your job the right way every time. Don't stoop to someone else's level because they're trying to be cheap. If they want to be cheap, let them be cheap. Walk away.
Walk away.
That's
Yep.
my thought.
And don't
Yep.
just walk away, moonwalk away.
Moonwalk.
Walk away. It's all right, like you guys mentioned, it's all right to fire a customer.
Sometimes you got to.
Yeah.
You know what's weird about boilers? Heating guys could replace boilers and pull a permit, but we're not allowed to replace water heaters.
Yeah, that's messed.
I can replace a 500,000 or million BTU boiler, but I can't replace a 38,000 BTU water heater.
HVAC North. Yeah, that's messed up. We could do everything, obviously. I gotta admit, HVAC North V next. Anyway.
What did I miss?
The air Juan was saying the price because the engineer says, you know, those engineers don't know anything anyways. So many times I talk with engineers and they're trying to tell me how a system's working, how it's gonna run, and what kind of ductwork to put against the windows and this and that. And you know what? It always comes crashing down once I commission the unit. And all you're gonna say is, I told you so.
No,
But that engineer knew everything.
you know what you say? When they say, hey, I'm an engineer, you say, Choo Choo Charlie was an engineer.
Sorry about the delay, guys. My modem took a crap.
Oh, now I get to pick Joe's face.
Yeah, you're right. I get to grab your balls.
Hey,
What the hell?
That sounds so gay.
yeah, no. We can't do this. Like, no.
Wow.
Are you guys talking about John's video?
Imagine if I freeze
John
like
who?
that.
You know what'd be cool?
That would be funny, dude.
When Chris put his beer down,
If Joe picks
Joe
one up,
reached up and like grabbed the beer.
That would be sick.
it's epic. We gotta figure
That would be epic.
You need a shelf above your head, Joe, and then I pass this down to you and you grab it.
Oh, that would be awesome. What are you guys telling the people? We gotta trick them.
All right, everyone, we're deleting this video. You ever see that,
No, we're
you know,
keeping it.
in Men in Black where they hold up the thing? Look right here. It's like
Yeah.
the device. That's what we're gonna do to everyone watching.
Hey, Justin, don't you have some really cool questions to ask people?
No.
You don't? Did I step on toes? Am I not supposed to? I thought you were gonna have really difficult questions to ask.
No. I was like, what are you talking about?
Not
Yeah.
not this week.
There for a minute, but no.
Only question is, when's this over?
I'm good.
Well, actually, you know what? We could give them. We could do a giveaway right now. Can we, guys?
No.
Yeah.
I'll ship it.
No way.
Give it away. Oh,
Chris is giving it away. All right. Yeah, Chris.
Flag and open it up and show us what we got to pick from.
Hold on, you're gonna be quicker than me because I got a stack of boxes like 8 feet tall next to me right now.
Zach agrees.
Yeah.
He's shipping. Zach is shipping.
What are we
Adam
shipping? What are we
sent it
shipping away?
So I figured I'd give it away. Adam sent it to me, so I don't
Oh,
know if he
nice.
meant to send it to me or not, but maybe he was supposed to send it to someone else. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. Yeah. I sent it to the wrong place, bro.
No, give it away. Do whatever you guys want to do. Give it
I'll
away.
ship it
Klein,
from
I'll ship it. I
Chris's
don't mind.
house. I'm
not
okay.
shipping it to Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe.
No
I think
Zimbabwe.
when I did the whole shirts thing, I had put a bunch of money into the stamps.com, whatever, and it's still sitting there. So I figured, got to do it.
Hey Zach, take it out of my paycheck.
All right. You're in like the Midas numbers.
Somehow, I don't know how to give it away, but
All right. How
Okay.
y'all want to give it away? Hey, Joe. Let Joe decide. Since
Yeah.
Joe was like, I'll give
yeah.
something
I
away.
don't know.
How's the giveaway gonna work?
Yeah, Joe.
Yeah, we have to. We got to give back to these great. Look at the great chat we have. Air conditioning guy, Michael, NorCal, Bimco, Mel. Everybody in there is awesome. So I don't know. How do
Yeah.
you want to do it?
You gonna give it to LL?
It's
No,
always good.
almost-
There's more people this far into the stream than there is in the beginning. So, hey,
Yeah,
I wanna
that's
see
right.
more.
Your wife-
Susie,
She said-
Gary.
Melissa says I like to give things away. What do I give away?
Your integrity.
Do I? Can we do a hangout after this with your wife and Justin, please?
I don't think my second wife is going to want to hang out.
Nice.
All right, Joe.
I'm trying to think of a way we could do
Wah,
it.
wah.
Hey, man, I took out of
Nightbot.
money. It's all good.
I don't like Nightbot chat
Melissa,
giveaway.
I paid for it. Did Zach tell you that after he was ranting and raving? Did he tell you that?
You know what? I'm gonna
hey,
go back to Bill.
I
what Bill
donated that
said.
shit to Mike.
We got 50 conversations going on. You know what, Justin? We'll do what Bill said. He says, "Why don't we get a caller and let them? Can we have caller come in?"
I didn't bring a phone. He forgot it downstairs.
That is no
Oh my
fun. There's no
gosh,
fun. Remember, this
Zach.
iPhone's got this thing on the end of it that don't do right. So
and I'm not about to give out my personal number.
they can come in
No.
here. They can come in here if they
Want
want
to hear some horse?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some horror stories, like a big like hack job you've seen. Speaking of hack jobs, we've seen recently this week. Let's get a hack job from somebody else in the chat.
I could send the link out to somebody. We can talk about lots of hacks jobs. You know,
a steady diet of hack jobs all
let's
the
do
live
that.
long day.
hey Zach, I'll send you his email.
I got
A
email.
Zeno?
I got all the emails, man.
Yeah, I guess the number I'm thinking of.
Guess the number. I'm trying to find the link. And I'm gonna put it in the chat, and then if someone pops in, I'll pop out so they can talk.
Yeah. We'll take like what 3 callers, and we'll decide which one is the best.
I know.
Oh, I just realized you sent me a message. I just seen it right now. So,
Melissa, she says I'm Pinocchio.
What's going on here?
That one I don't know.
What is going on here?
At this
I'm
at
surprised she
this, at
could
this point, I
spell
think
that.
it's busting balls.
it would take me like a half an hour to spell Pinocchio.
All right, the link is in the chat.
Honestly, right?
I
It
sent,
really would.
I sent
I
your
wouldn't
husband.
like
I
that.
sent your husband money. He didn't tell you that.
I got the money. I don't know what that's about.
Did you tell her that?
She
No, you
knows I
did
got
not.
the money. She knows I got the money. Hey, I donated a lot of it to Mike's daughter, just like you would have wanted.
Does anyone have the link?
22 WAP number.
We should really talk
Rookie.
about that. We didn't talk about it last week, guys.
There's a
What?
guy waiting already.
Well, hold on. Before you bring him in,
Let's do it.
let
Talk
me
about it.
see. I don't know if does that. Joe, can you pull up the link real quick
What?
in
What?
the stiff nipple chat?
Oh, like
People are going to be questioning that right now. He's like,
We gotta.
chat.
I'm just busting your balls.
All right, that's besides the point. We got a chat called Stiff Nipples. Chris, if you want to be in on it, we'll add you. It's cool.
Hey, you need to add me to that, bud.
Is that what it's
But
called
anyway.
now?
Yeah, Stiff Nipples.
Oh,
If
But listen,
I want to be in it.
that's besides the point. Mike, Mike, Big Mike, the guy who was on the show before, his daughter got real messed up. A gas can exploded right in front of her, and she got like showered with gas.
Damn.
And she has 3rd-degree burns on a lot of her body. She's got like skin grafts, and she's going to be in the hospital for months.
It's bad. It's really bad.
Real bad. I mean,
poor
he
girl.
posted pictures, and it's bad. So she's not able to work, obviously. I feel like somebody's always hurting all the time. We're like the helpers of the world. What do they call those guys? The helpers?
World Health.
Jesus.
You know,
The angels.
yeah, there is a lot of like different people, bad things happen to a lot of people, but you got to figure we are a huge group of people. So
Right.
it's
Yeah.
bound to happen. When you figure like, what does Proton have? Like 30 something thousand people in it? Like, I mean, just add all the different groups. There's a lot of people and bad stuff happens. So I don't think it's too much. I think
I mean, my point is, Joe, if you could post the link in the chat, if anyone has even $2, $5,
I got it in
whatever,
there.
whatever you could afford, Mike's daughter is in bad shape. It would
Yeah.
be greatly appreciated. 50 cents. It adds up, you know.
I
Help her out.
was actually going to today or tomorrow because I haven't even got a chance to.
Joe, you got a big paycheck last week.
No doubt. I mean, I know it's like $50, American, but
Oh my god. It's still the same value to me.
No, it's not the same.
Chris, every time I try to help my brother Zoe, I hear it all the time.
I don't approve.
I know you don't.
Yeah.
But anyway, should we bring this guy in now?
There's 3 now.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we got to kick somebody out or what?
I'm gonna Yamo. You're gonna take a break for just a moment, but you'll be right back. Don't be sad.
Okay.
Spectre Patronus. All right, Yamo's gone.
Is that a Harry Potter thing?
No, I don't think so.
Harry Potter.
It
Let's
is,
see.
right?
Nerd. Nerds.
All right, I'm gonna tell you right now that this was not a Harry.
What the hell?
What the hell? Zach does that sometimes, but what's up, Michael?
Patronus himself, boys.
How's it going?
What's going on, guys?
Not much, buddy.
So we're doing horror stories, I guess.
Yeah, hack stories.
And I don't know. The first one that came to mind, I was pretty new. Calvin, take your tabby over there for a minute so I can talk quiet. I was still pretty new into the trade, and I was in charge of watching the water loop drain on a chill water system for an entire huge building. So anyways, I came in with the chiller tech, and he isolated everything, turned off the makeup loops, and I was supposed to hang out there. And once everything was done draining, I could leave for the night. I ended up staying there all night because it never finished draining, because chiller tech never turned off the hot water makeup. So I was in this it was an old military building. Been there since like the late 1800s or something like that.
Oh no!
And dude, it was super, super creepy. They have all these underground tunnels where a lot of the chill water lines ran, and the hot water lines, and it's super creepy, dude. And I was there all night, and it sucked. I mean, it's probably not the worst horror story, but it's just a scary place.
You work a lot at night. The last Shop Talk show you were on there.
Yeah, we've been doing nights all week this week. So we cut out early tonight. We did a little extra last night, so we didn't spend too much time there tonight. It was good.
So I'm sorry, I missed. What is your name again?
Michael.
Okay. So I recognize your name, yeah. What is sorry, dude.
You're good.
So are you a chiller tech in general, or do you guys do big industrial?
I mean, we do chillers. I don't very often. If I do, it's usually helping out our chiller tech. We don't have as much of it at this company as I did at the last one, but we do have some. We got a fairly big data center, actually for Lowe's, the home improvement store, and I'm really hoping to get on. We got a screw compressor to change out on one of theirs. I think they've got 4 500-ton air-cooled train chillers on that site, and I mean. Liebert's as far as the eye can see, so that's pretty cool.
Liebert system.
I love working on those, and in data centers, 60 some odd degrees everywhere you go. It's pretty great.
Yeah,
hard to beat. And they've got the raised floor, and it's not like 1 or 2 foot raised. It's actually like probably up to my chest raised floor when you go in there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Did a blower assembly on one of those not too long ago on one of their Lieberts.
the very few data centers I've worked on was just a hospital, and they had it was only an 18-inch raised floor, but it was in the butt to clean like the strainers and stuff too on those, because all the water lines were up, under the floor, and you'd have to lift them with the suction cups. But then they'd have that water trace wire ran around in case there was leaks, so you couldn't let it hit that. It was always just like vacuums, and you'd have 3 people there, someone backing up while you're trying to change, because nothing was set up right, and it was always a mess.
Oh yeah.
I did not do HVAC at a data center, but when my wife was pregnant with our first son, I had a job opportunity to make quite a bit of money per hour working overnight on the weekends at HSBC.
A bank place?
Yeah, so it was their main data center. They were moving to a new location. And we were moving. Basically, our job was to unbolt all the servers. They give us a list and then hand it to the mover. They package, wrap it, and then we drive an hour, go to the new location, and they hand it to us. We put it in and put 4 screws in. That's all.
Easy money.
It was like $60 an hour you're making. It was stupid. And that was everyone's credit card that I was responsible for. So I was very tempted to drop that crap,
Yeah. I remember we did one on a big building. I say big, it's maybe like a 7 or 8 story building, but we had just the weekend starting at like 5 o'clock on a Friday. We were going to repipe the condenser water loop on this chill water system for this building. And that was the first and last time I worked a 24-hour straight shift. And that,
I've never done that. I've never done
that. I told my service manager, I told him, I said, never again, dude. Don't even call me next time, man. It sucked. I wasn't even supposed to be on that job, but I was like, hey, if y'all need some help, man, call me. And I was damn, it wasn't like 9 o'clock Saturday morning. He's like, hey, come in. We need you. It's like, fuck. Why did I tell him to call me if he needed it? But
yeah, I think I've done 16, 17 hours, and even that was crazy. But
yeah, it's brutal, man. Actually, when we first started the job this week at that office building, I didn't realize that it was night work because me and the lead tech didn't communicate Sunday evening like we were supposed to. So I was on site at 7:30 that morning, and we didn't leave there until
Susie's in there
midnight that night. So that sucked. That was a long day too.
What's up, Susie?
Hey,
Yeah, I guess we could keep Michael here, and then Susie could tell us her story.
so we're gonna pick what the worst one is.
Yeah, we'll all pick which one we think is worthy.
Wait, how many people? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I guess that could work as long as we don't break even.
Yeah, you're right.
Cool.
Cool.
So what's your worst horror story, Susie?
So I think that, well, it's not really a horrible install or anything, but I think roofers should have to go into attics when they're done doing the roofs to check the flue pipes. Because I found one not too long ago, this past summer, that had been done back in the wintertime, and her daughter had been sick for like months. They couldn't figure out why. I always had a headache, and when I was in the attic, I found 2 flue pipes not attached after they had roof work done. So
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
I'm pretty sure they knew.
I'd be surprised if they probably did know.
How would they?
They don't care, It's like, oh,
but I mean, we all come across that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely do. So I'll make a decision right here. I'll send one of those screwdrivers to each one of them.
Oh,
If you guys send me your email, hvacrvideos@gmail.com. Send me an email. And
That's awesome.
give me your address, and I'll send one of those screwdrivers to each of you guys.
Sweet.
Right on, Chris. That's awesome.
that is awesome, man.
Super dope, man. Appreciate it.
No worries.
How have you been, health wise?
Yeah, how are you, Susie?
I'm okay. Tired, but I'm okay. Feeling better. More strength.
How?
Now, Susie, are you kind of getting back to normal stuff? You've already, I'm not going too far. You've already had surgery, right? Am I going too far?
Yeah, I've had surgery. I'm going through radiation now. I'm getting back to normal. Like I've helped a friend paint around his house and stuff some this week. So yeah, I feel like I'm getting back to normal.
You tell me if I was asking too much. I didn't mean to ask too much.
No, you're good. Okay. You're good. My stuff's, I make it all public. So
What did the doctors say? Are you on track to, like, what's your expected time to being back full force again? Or do they
probably after the new year I can go back to work. But I still have to have reconstructive surgery 6 months after I finish radiation, which will be around Christmas.
Wow.
That's tough.
Yeah.
So order surgery for that, and then yep.
Yeah, I don't.
That would fall in the middle of summer, which, as y'all know, in Texas is a big deal.
Yeah, that's just crazy. I don't even know what to say. That's nuts.
We're all looking out for you and rooting for you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. All right. Well, y'all guys have fun, and I'm gonna drop out so the next guy can tell their horror story.
Cool, Susie. Send me an email.
Bye, y'all.
All right.
Bye, Susie.
All right, we'll do.
All right.
Now, is there a next guy?
Juan was in here. Is he still in here? Yeah, there he is.
What happened to his cam?
Well, it's too dark over here.
It's all right. We want to see you, man.
You're good.
Yeah.
Well, my horror story, I don't think is as bad.
You're good.
It was actually a mistake that I made. It wasn't another contractor. It was me. I was the
We all do it.
the dumb guy. I I actually one time was replacing a system, and I was trying to flush it out, and with some R11.
The RX11 flush crap.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've used it.
Yeah.
Well, my mistake was that I did it when the evaporator was still hooked up to it, and the evaporator was lower than the condenser. And so a lot of it stayed in the evaporator.
Gotcha.
I didn't pay attention, and this was early on, of course, but
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention, and the darn thing just blew up my compressor pretty much.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think mistakes are good as long as you learn from them. And
Yeah.
I have become neurotic about like little details on things and rechecking my work and other people's work because of mistakes I've made or somebody else has made in the past, you know?
Yeah.
And I think if you recognize that and you just learn from your mistakes, you're good.
That's right. Yeah.
But I have an interesting experience. Well, unless you guys want to move on.
No, go for it.
I just want to say something real quick. Is that same thing with what you were talking about, Adam? When I make my videos, I'm telling you, the things that I warn you guys about, the stupid stuff that I warn you guys about, 99% of that stuff I did. I made those mistakes.
Yeah.
I make a ton of mistakes. I am not perfect whatsoever. I am just the same as everybody else. The only difference is that I, for the most part, learn from my mistakes.
I think that all the people that are really good in our trade are good because they've made a lot of mistakes.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's what happened. That's what happened with one of the guys that I sent out on an installation for me, and he was helping me out for a little while. And first thing I told him, please make sure that no debris goes into the line set, because he was telling me how he wanted to run the line set, and I'm like, that's kind of difficult, the way that you're describing it. You're gonna have to cut it in pieces and put a piece here, a piece there. Next thing you know, the job is done. He did the startup, and he's calling me, telling me that the condenser is defective, and it's not working, and we need a new one, and it must be from manufacturer defect. And
The whole condensing unit or just the condenser?
Very high. He had a very high side pressure, very high pressure.
Yeah, and and when I got there, first thing I told him, I go, did you make sure that no debris went into the line set? And he's like, yeah, I made sure, but I'll double check. He went into the attic, he disconnected it, and then I went up there without him calling me, and sure enough, he's right there removing debris that went into, the little strainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was pulling it out and dumping it all out, and I'm like, it was pretty obvious. I didn't have to say a word. It was
Yeah.
What do you do? I mean, what happened to him is also, like you were saying, I learned from my experience from not being careful. I had kinks in the lines, I had debris in the lines, and it was all my fault. And that's how I learned.
And some are more extreme than others. Like, I don't know, like a kink fine, but like putting debris in a line, sometimes that's a given.
Yeah. I can genuinely say that I came up in this trade because I learned from my father, and whatever. He was a old school technician that had a lot of old school methods, and I'm not criticizing him. Things were different back then. But I can remember installing systems that we did not use a vacuum pump on.
Oh, yeah.
Literally just blow and go. You purge with it. This was pre-1991, whatever the Montreal Protocol day was, whatever that was. But I can remember doing that.
Yeah.
But I realized, like, wait, this doesn't seem right, And then I started going to school, and I'm like, wait a minute, but I don't want to call my superior on that. It was my dad at the time, And it's like, I don't want to call him on that, but it just didn't seem right, And that's how I learned. It was just this doesn't seem right thought in my head that constantly happened throughout my career that made me say, I need to research this. This just doesn't seem right. And you learn from that.
I think that's a big deal when you're learning from somebody else, like a senior tech, and what he's telling you doesn't seem like it makes sense. YouTube and the internet, period, you could look anything up. Anything up,
But so when I learned, I'm 36, but I started working in this trade like, junior high school is when I really started retaining it. But I even worked as a little kid. So I remember sitting on my dad. I hear stories about me sitting on my dad's bucket holding a flashlight as a little kid. So, I've seen a lot, and I kind of grew up in the trade. But yeah, things were way different back then. We got away.
Can I address something real quick with Joe? Joe?
Yeah, go ahead.
The issue with trying to pull a permit and sell a job with having to get those structural drawings is that at least around here, my experience has been with customers that if you tell them, okay, we need to pay this engineer to come and draw up these structural drawings, and if additional
Fees.
work needs to be done, that's going to be above and what I'm quoting you to do this. It makes it really, really difficult to sell a job. It is so much easier to just say, you know what, multi-zone, ductless mini split system with, one unit for each. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Multi-zone.
double head, triple head. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, so it's much easier to do that than to have to go through the whole hassle of, you may or may not have to pay more.
Yeah,
They don't like that because because contractors are so scandalous around this neighborhood.
Sure.
I don't know everywhere, but I know around here they always add and add and add and add change order after change order, and it just it leaves a sour taste in their mouth. So I try to stay away from that.
I know. I hear you. I totally understand, and it's so different there from let's say here, how you gotta have permits for certain things. It's crazy. So it's a totally different story.
Well, it's dumb, and I tell my customers, I go, it's like I used to weigh 260. It's like two of me standing on your roof. I go, that's how much the unit weighs. Yeah, you have to, also add the platform and stuff. But come on, I go, it's not that much more weight. And if something needs to be done, then if it's a smart, I guess you can lay it on the inspector because they only know so much. But it's not, if something goes wrong, we're liable.
Yeah, for sure. Juan, you're in the LA area, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm down in Riverside, Inland Empire is where I'm at. But yeah, it's the same thing.
Man, I need some help, bro.
Yeah, I know. I need help too.
Michael,
send me one good service technician to help me build my company up, and then I'll compensate you.
Yeah. Send me one good service technician. I need one too. Oh man.
You have another story, right?
No, I'm done. You can switch on.
Juan, send me an email, hvacrvideos@gmail.com. Okay,
Right
send me an email. I'll send you a screwdriver too.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, cut it off there. I've sent out 3. You can have more callers. But
I said this the other day. I don't know who we were talking to, but I said all the new techs coming in right now, they have it easy. Easy.
Well, yeah, because we put everything on YouTube.
Right. Well, not just YouTube, man. Like I remember when I started, we had flip phones, or we didn't even have when I first started, I didn't even have a phone. It was a call list. And then you had a map book that was this thick. So you didn't have a GPS to get to your freaking job, And you don't have a phone where you could look up hey, this is going on. What's the problem? How can I fix this? You had to figure that crap out yourself,
Yeah.
And then I remember we had Nextels.
Yeah, I remember the push to talk Nextels. That I remember
pagers, guys.
My dad was telling me, I don't remember this because I was too young, but I remember my dad getting the first Nextels. They were giant radios with a huge antenna on them, right?
Yeah.
He was paying $900 a phone. This was back in 1994, 93, $900 a phone with inflation. That's nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine being stuck on a call by yourself, not being able to call somebody else for help.
Yep.
Not be able to look anything up on the internet.
You got to figure it out.
Yeah, not be able to get to the call through GPS. You got to look up the street address on a map book that's 2 inches thick.
Just like Ray just mentioned that, and I was just going to say, Justin, imagine going to Illinois and having a map book.
Oh my God. But just imagine, I'm fortunate enough that I've always, at least had a cell phone while doing heating and air,
No.
where you could call somebody.
Yeah.
But you know, I couldn't imagine like back in the day, before even before cell phones, before that, having to use a map book, all that stuff. I could imagine like if you were a new guy and you're out on a job and you don't have a cell phone, you don't have no way to contact anybody, and you're at a unit and you can't figure it out. You don't want to be that guy that shows back up at the shop and say, I couldn't figure that unit out. You're going to have to send somebody else.
Oh, dude. There's been many of calls that I was on for 3 hours for something stupid when I was 18 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's many times when I bypassed things and got the customer going. I can remember a time when I called tech support one time, and the tech support guy asked me what the superheat was, and I asked him, what's superheat? And he hung up on me.
You remember that, eh?
That was a cell phone. That sticks out in my head. I remember he hung up on me. I was so embarrassed. Now the next day when I called him back, I knew what superheat was. I went home. Now that was internet. Now imagine not having internet, Yeah.
I mean, speaking of making mistakes, like the way I didn't have somebody great to learn service from. I was in install. I was not a good installer, by the way. I did not do things the way they were supposed to be done. I learned from a guy. I did installs, this and that, and I knew that I didn't want to do that forever. That I want, you look at the service techs when you're working for a company and you're an installer. It's easy to look at the service techs and go, oh, these guys, they get to ride around in their own van. They get to take their vans home. All they do is ride around and do this, and they make the killer money and all this stuff. So I pushed and pushed and pushed. I want to be a service tech. Well, guess what? I got through it.
Yeah, everybody wants to do that.
I got through into it cold turkey. Okay, you think you're ready? All right. I remember the first job I ever screwed up. It was a York package heat pump. It was a higher SEER, 15, 16 SEER, something like that. So you had TXVs indoor and outdoor. And it had a previous tech had been there and diagnosed the indoor TXV was bad. They sent me out there to change the TXV on a York package heat pump. When you take the panel off where the compressor is at, what's staring at you? The outdoor TXV. And my stupid butt, not thinking, not knowing any better, I put the TXV that was supposed to go on the evaporator on the outdoor coil. Started it back up, same issue. And then like, I think somebody else ended up having to come out there or whatever. He's like, you put the freaking TXV on the outdoor. I'm like, oh God, And one other time I can think of, so I was trying to force defrost. Okay. I had no idea what I was doing. I was brand new to service. Okay. No idea what I was doing. I was trying to force defrost. Accidentally touched high voltage to low voltage.
Oh.
Fried everything. Fried the board, the blower board and the air handler up in the attic. I fried the thermostat on the wall. Obviously, the defrost board. It had two 24-volt electronic air cleaners and two returns in the house. Fried the power heads on both of those.
Wow.
Yeah. So guess what I got? This is at like 4:00 in the afternoon. I had to drive 30 minutes to Ferguson, get a new blower board, defrost board. I had to get everything, get a new put a new thermostat up. I had to go back and put all these freaking parts on. Had to order the power heads for the electronic air cleaner. And luckily I was fortunate that my service manager at the time was, he was cool. He's like, did you learn from what you did? I said, yeah. He's like, all right, go get the freaking parts, go back and fix it. Let's move on.
So,
Trial and error. Trial and error is how I come up in service,
So, Justin, do you think, okay, so I kind of came up the same way, where I had to learn things the hard way. Mm-hmm. And I feel almost like I want to help the next person so they don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Now, the question for you is, do you feel that they just need to learn the hard way because that's the way we learned? Or do you think that by me helping them by making videos, it's easier for them? Or are they not going to learn? Is it going to be too easy for them by making the videos?
I think there has to be a mixture of both.
Okay.
I think it's beneficial for people to be able to see someone else doing stuff and learning from somebody. but I also feel like that only shows them so much. You can watch a video all day long, but when you're standing there in front of the unit and you have to put hands on and you have to actually do it yourself, it's a different story. So I think it has to be a mixture of both. And sometimes it has to be tough love a little bit. You know, like at some point it's got to become, okay, you know how to work a meter, right? You know how to read superheat and subcooling. Figure it out. Tell me what you think.
And the answer I get is, yeah, I know how. And then you ask them, what was the superheat? It was this. So that number doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I love when I get the calls of, yeah, man. Like I know Adam's.
Well, yeah, because I took the pressure at the compressor and then the temperature at the compressor, but I want to know evaporator superheat. Well, how do I do that? I don't have a pressure port at the compressor. What do I do? Or at the evaporator?
Yeah, I think my thing is, and I know Adam's said this multiple times, you know, when we've talked before, but I love it when people call you and they're like wanting you to help them out on a unit or whatever. And they're like, yeah, my pressures are this, or my pressures are that. I'm like, what's your saturation temperatures?
What's that?
Superheat and subcooling. Oh, I ain't checked that. Okay, well, why don't you check that, then you call me back.
Yeah.
I don't even look at pressures. And if somebody tells me pressures, I'm like, I don't even know what the pressures mean. PSI means the only thing I look at PSI for is pressure testing something. That's it.
So I'll use the PSI, but here's the thing. In my head, I'm thinking in my head, I can, to a certain extent, kind of understand. If someone tells me they have 400 PSI on a 404A system, that's a refrigeration system. Okay, that's pretty typical for California in the summertime. But I like to ask them, okay, but what's the saturation temperature? Because I'm trying to teach them at the same time. Like I'm trying to make them realize it's 70 degrees outside and you have 400 PSI on a 404A system. That's 130 degree saturation temperature. Something's wrong. It's 70 degrees outside. You know, like I'm trying to make them get that, and they struggle with that.
I've never looked at the, you know, I guess I have when I first started looking at PSI when I was like 18, and that's kind of how I gauge things. But once I started digging into things and I was like superheat, subcooling, and you're doing things the right way, I lost focus on PSI. And like I could promise you that I have not looked at PSI, and I couldn't tell you like on the 90-degree day at R22 system, what should the PSI be? I don't even know. I don't even know what it should be.
Yeah.
But the saturation temperature, I can give you an idea what that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Depending on the condenser, it's either 15, 20, or 30 degrees above ambient. So you can figure that out. But yeah.
Well, and getting back to the making videos and new people learning from videos and stuff. Who said it? Somebody just said it here in the chat.
Well, I don't, and this is ironic, and Zach and I have talked about this. I don't agree with people learning off videos.
Yeah.
Now but look at me. I make videos and people, but I don't agree with that, because I agree that people ask me like remedial questions, and yeah, I make videos, but I think you need a proper apprenticeship. You need to learn, you know, from school and at the same time. So I didn't mean to interrupt you,
but the problem with videos is if it's somebody green and they don't know anything,
yes,
they can watch you, and then they can watch Joe Blow that doesn't know what he's doing. They don't know who's right and who's wrong.
That's exactly it. True.
But here's the thing. If there's a guy that's making a video on YouTube, he could very well enunciate why he's doing something, and it will come together and make sense for somebody. And then like you're learning from your senior tech that doesn't make any sense. Like if you have any sort of common sense, you should be able to depict which is right and which is wrong, in my opinion. I don't know. The other thing is, I feel like guys that are learning service, you need to want to be good at service. You're not going to be able to show up at your job every day and just think you're going to get better over time. You need to have a drive, and you need to want to be the best that you can be, period. That's it. You know,
long before I even thought about being an owner, because I'm a partner in my business with my dad. Long before that even happened, when I was still coming up, I can remember the exact service call. I can say the restaurant because it's not even there anymore. I don't do work for them. It was an El Torito Mexican restaurant, and I was working there, and I was changing an expansion valve. It was a Danfoss stainless steel expansion valve. It was a peanut valve, and I could not braze it in for the life of me. I was trying to braze in the expansion valve and I could not get the solder to take. Okay, it was a stainless steel valve. So I was using 56% silver solder. I could not get it to take. It would not take for the life of me. And I had to have my dad, I remember calling him. I remember having to have him come out. He had to drive an hour drive time all the way out to the job. And all that it was, I had the flux on there. I had cleaned it. I just wasn't getting it hot enough.
Yeah.
I can remember the embarrassment again with my dad.
Bubbling, crazy.
Embarrassment. He was so pissed off with me. He was like, you just need to heat it up. And I was like, it's going to blow a hole in the line. I can't do it.
Yeah.
There's something wrong. And all he did was come out and left the torch on it for 4 more seconds than I would.
Yeah.
And got the 56% silver solder to flow into that valve. I learned from that. And I can tell you from that point forward, I was so embarrassed. And the point that I'm trying to make is because even before I was going to become an owner, I felt embarrassment and that drove me. I never let that happen again.
Yeah. It's how you adapt. I agree. I think I made the same mistake, Chris, honestly, for brazing. I remember my first time, not hot enough. I
mean, you just got boogers hanging off of it.
Yeah.
Like, if your joints are ugly and they're bubbly and they look like freaking Mount Rushmore, get the shit hotter. You know?
Yeah. I watched a video I watched a video this week. It was like that.
Mind you, I get the comments. Why aren't you brazing with nitrogen? Why aren't you wrapping that expansion valve with a wet towel and all this different stuff? I never learned how to do that crap.
Yeah.
No, I do it now. And don't get me wrong, I understand the reasons why we do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
When I was brought up before, we didn't. If you guys can picture a Danfoss peanut valve, that thing is tiny. It's an expansion valve, and you can't wrap that with a towel because the vapor coming off the towel, the wet towel, is going to ruin your braze joint.
Yeah.
But that was, again, I wasn't following proper I wasn't trained in that kind of stuff. But I mean, I can remember that point. What's up, Bill?
What's up, Bill? ¿Cómo estás, Bill?
Bien, y tú?
Muy bien, gracias a Dios.
Bill, I gotta say, dude, I just this is the second time I've seen you on here, and I gotta see you working on that exercise bike in the background, dude. Right there, dude, working out on the exercise bike.
I'll roll that thing right over here and just pedal while I talk.
Yeah.
That's
you guys hear me all right?
Yeah, we hear you good.
All right, good.
I'm pretty sure Zach's in the background monitoring and all that, so he's good.
What up, dog?
He's probably in the background with no pants on.
Yeah.
I'm starting to do walking coolers and freezers thanks to Chris videos. I have to admit that.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, sorry, Bill. What happened after you messaged me today, Yamo? So you went there and you just had to change the fan?
No, it was a walking cooler. It had 2 fans. One of them was working fine, and the other one was stopped, burn. So I changed that. But before I left, I have to check the outdoor unit. So I went to the outdoor unit, and it was all dirty. So I recommend the customer to wash it out. He didn't want to. Plus, I opened the electrical box, and there was only a contactor and a switch. No defrost clock, no thermostat.
Running all the time.
So was it running off the low pressure control though?
No low pressure.
Nothing.
So no low pressure, no high pressure.
No.
Just straight.
No thermostat.
No thermostat.
Just so what turned off the contactor? Anything or nothing?
The switch. It was connected to the coil to the contactor. You power down the switch and immediately
so like a normal light switch.
Yeah.
No shit.
I'm telling you, dude.
You gotta send me this.
Go up on the roof and flip the switch.
Send me a message.
Yama, dude, you gotta send me this stuff, man. When you come across this stuff.
That's on their checklist whenever they're closing down for the night.
Exactly, Justin.
Plus, when I got there, the indoor coil was all froze up, so I have to turn off the whole unit with the with the
You can write a
breaker inside of the building. So, oh shit, that was the worst for me.
Touch my finger, Bill. Touch my finger, dude. It's coming down. Touch my finger.
Oh,
No.
We missed it.
I think we almost broke the internet, man. This is, when I was watching you guys do it earlier, I'm like, man, you guys are dumb. But this is actually harder than it looks.
Yeah, it's opposite.
Pass me a beer. You better have a beer in your hand, dude. Come on.
Grab the beer.
Oh, it came,
You've got your
it's in a different cup though.
over there.
It tastes like green tea. I bet.
Green tea is actually
I don't drink anymore. I just do meth and coke now.
good for you, Bill. Good for you. Because 204 pounds right now is because of the beers. So
What the shit is that? My internet?
I'm gonna cut the scotch. I'm gonna switch over to beer.
That's how we get through winter, guys, in the upper states and Canada.
see, I'm gonna try to grow my.
Drinking all the
You
time.
guys are making me with the whole manscaping thing. I'm gonna try to go a beard. So I'm gonna
Do
prove
it.
to you guys like how fuzzy it looks like
You should
shit.
totally do it.
Can't notice.
Just
Chris.
stop
It's all
shaving.
good.
Dude, Bill, in your video
For the
today,
next
with your
4
beard,
years.
I swear it looked like it was frozen, dude.
Well, it was getting there, man.
It was
getting
kind of
there.
like crooked, and it was like caught on your jacket or something like that. And I was like, dude, his beard is. But no, it was just caught on your jacket.
Yeah. No, it's windy. You know, I was thinking about telling somebody this earlier. Ever since I grew a beard, I have been like ultra conscious of the wind. I hate the wind. It's the most awful thing.
Splits it.
It does all the time. It splits it. Like I almost have to just watch how I walk against the wind so I don't look like a sociopath. Like flow up like this when you're walking in the wind, and people are like, "Wow, what is wrong with that guy?" And they don't know. They don't know the wind's out there because they're idiots.
Oh, of course, right. What was that story you were saying in the chat, dude? The hack story, or something you did?
Oh yeah, you can call it a hack story, but it's kind of mean to say that though, Joe. I called it a mistake.
Sorry.
Well, it's okay to call it a hack
Mistake.
story if it was your mistake.
Yeah, it was totally. Actually, both of them were. I got two stories, and they're both my mistakes. The first one was, I think, probably when I was really green, just first coming up in the industry, and I had to switch out a small little, I don't know, quarter horse compressor and a little reach-in cooler. And so I got the old compressor out, no big deal. Sweated out, got the new one, bolted it. I actually used the bolts, bolted it back in place, and then I went to actually sweat the lines back in, and I was like, man, this line doesn't fit on here. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, it was the compressor. I think it was a suction line. The suction port on the compressor was too small. I'm like, Biggie, I got a swedging tool. I'll just swedge it out. So I took my. It was
Hammer swedge tool.
That's the one. So I took my old school swedging tool. I must have hit it like 4 times and knocked that suction port right off the compressor.
Of course.
And it was the dumbest thing ever. And I just looked at it for like about 10 minutes. I'm like, how does that happen? How did I do that? Why didn't it swedge out properly?
How do I fix that?
I tried to braze it back on there too. It didn't work.
No,
it would never work. So I had to call my boss and tell him. And he was pretty decent about it though. He's like, well, did you learn? Like, yeah, I learned not to ever do that again. But if you would have had somebody tell me not to do that, I wouldn't have to make that.
Exactly right.
It was one of those jobs where they basically let me learn everything the hard way. So it was kind of their fault because I told them a month ago I was a manager at a Wendy's restaurant and now I'm your service guy. So you kind of rolled the dice on that one.
Bill, and you had a phone conversation maybe several weeks ago or a month ago about how you started in HVAC and you were super green.
Mm-hmm.
You were pretty much, me and you were in the same shoes, and you were just like hungry for knowledge.
Exactly.
I think we all were.
Yeah. And I would spend, I'd get up there. And again, with this job that I had where I learned the most, it was, there was a lot of free time available. So I'd get up on a rooftop and I'd pull out the manual. I'd sit down, next to the parapet wall and just read for a while, read all that engineering speak in the manuals, try to absorb as much as I can. And of course, YouTube was a big help back then.
Who'd you watch back then?
Zach, Ralph, that even a little bit of that Mr. Israel guy. I watched him for a while until I seen him like wearing Crocs one day. I'm like, should I be wearing Crocs? Is that what you're supposed to do? I'm like,
They call those, Justin?
No, that's the white boots, the white like rain boots. He calls them Cajun Reeboks.
Cajun Reeboks. That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Just the dumbest thing. But no, when I was first coming up in the trades, man, I was just all about trying to learn as much as I can, buying books and reading as much as I can. It was just I don't know, a lot of drive. Had a lot of drive back then, and I still do. That's why I consider myself a pretty curious guy. Because
I think that's what separates you from the rest. Us techs, the techs that want to always learn and want to learn new things is what makes you that better tech and separates you from the rest. And I'm pretty sure all these guys in chat and gals in chat, including us, most of us all have that mentality. You know what I mean? Let's learn more.
I mean, I think me personally, I always wanted to be better than anyone else. You know, I wanted to know just a little bit more. I wanted to,
until I started watching Chris's videos, I'm like, who in the fuck is this guy? I'm never going to be like this guy.
That's what I said earlier. Chris,
oh, wait, he's back now.
I said this, Chris, this question is directed towards you since you're the smartest guy in the room.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I just made a lot of mistakes, but go ahead.
Yeah, I was thinking I was like something special for a little while there, and then I was like, wait a minute, HVACR videos, I got to see this guy. I'm like, wait a minute, this guy makes videos? I can't beat this.
I'm confused. Wait, I walked into the
then I just stopped learning after I just gave up. I'm not even going to try to get any smarter now.
The moral of the story is, Chris, is Joe was saying how we all strive to be better, and we kind of start getting to that point where 2 and 2 are coming together and stuff. And then you watch Chris and you go, damn, I don't know nothing. Look at this freaking guy.
Yep.
Okay.
10 times what I do.
Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Okay. I don't understand that because I'm an idiot. So,
dude,
Chris is a god.
I started going towards my tools. Come on.
And I almost wrote a country song about that.
Where's that?
I was watching it travel to my tools, and I'm thinking, what the hell am I doing here?
You know, it would have been awesome if you would have set up a camera like, 10 feet away and just filmed yourself like running away from a slow-moving puddle. That would have been hilarious.
I picked up my tools before I took the picture. I was like, move my shit.
I guess everyone has their own expertise, right? Chris is big in refrigeration and light commercial. I have nothing to do with that, but I'm sure Chris probably couldn't touch a boiler.
Nope.
Joe works on crazy freaking high-end like dehumidification that I don't think any of us could even touch.
Doesn't make any sense.
And you got Justin that works on like, heat pumps, heat strips, all kinds of stuff, like package units that, I think everyone is good at what they do. And
Yamo works on mini splits.
Mini splits.
Hey, Yamo, no joke, dude. I've installed 3 mini splits in my career.
That's about what I've done too.
3.
No,
and the first one, because the first time I did one, I honestly did not know how to do a flare, so I sweat on the flare tools. So I didn't know how to use my flaring block that I had because I was afraid of flaring blocks, and again because I was taught by my dad. Not knocking him, but it was old school, and he didn't know how to do flares. So every flare that he did was either flared too much or not enough, so they always leaked. And so I was brought up thinking we never do flares. Now today, however many years away it is since I've started, I love flares, but I realize that I don't want to use them down at the evaporator because of expansion and contraction, and I find that they back off. But I use them at my dryers all the time because I'm lazy and I don't want to drag my torches on the roof the next time I have to change the dryer. But Yamo, I mean, you probably do flares all the time, right?
Yeah.
So it's all about, I think, what you were saying, Adam. I think it's all about everybody wanting to learn and advance themselves and learn from their mistakes. Mm-hmm. The first time that I called tech support and they hung up on me, I felt stupid.
Yeah.
I felt stupid, and I never wanted that feeling again. The first time I had to call my dad, and he had to come out and fix that stainless steel expansion valve, the little Danfoss peanut valve. I felt stupid, and I never wanted that to happen again. I learned from my mistakes. So I think the biggest thing here is learn from your mistakes. I don't feel like I'm smart. Maybe that's what helps me to grow, because I feel like I'm an idiot. I make mistakes all the time.
You know, I don't feel like I'm smart either. I just feel like I have a little tiny bit more life experience than most techs my age, I guess.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
I mean,
here's the other thing
I look like I'm 45.
Expand on that. Like we're talking about, everybody has like their thing that they're used to. So imagine this, like Bill, you work on, obviously various things, but in a certain area, certain state, you're kind of comfortable with what you probably never run a service call and think, what if I can't figure it out, blah, blah, blah. You're confident in running what's in your area. Same thing with Adam. Adam's like, oh, a boiler? Okay, yeah, whatever. I can fix a boiler.
Oh, if I ever got sent on a boiler call, I would just drive straight down into Mexico and run away.
And like when I was in Tennessee, like I wasn't intimidated by anything. I knew what was in Tennessee. Okay, you got dual fuel. Okay, you got a freaking geothermal heat pump. Okay, whatever. No big deal. I could fix anything that's in freaking Tennessee. I promise you, I could freaking fix.
I have a boiler in my house right now. I don't know if I could fix it.
And you get
Adam would help
your
me.
area is what I'm saying. You get confident in your area, especially wherever you live. Now imagine moving states. It'll humble you. It really will humble you, because you come from, like, I'm not tooting my own horn because I'm not the greatest thing since sliced bread or nothing like that. But like, you come from somewhere like you're the man, you know how to fix, whatever you run, to somewhere you're like, oh, damn, like, I don't know how to fix no freaking boiler, so you feel like you're green all over again. I hate that. I absolutely hate it.
Of course.
I hate the thoughts of having to run a service call and look like a moron in front of a homeowner because I don't know what I'm looking at. It drives me crazy.
It's funny you mentioned that. We just started recently doing some work for like Little Caesars and Arby's, and in those two particular restaurants, they have these ginormous pizza. Little Caesars has these pizza ovens. The what is it, like the Middleby XLT or something ridiculous like that, and then Arby's has a Alto Sham oven / microwave combination thing, and it's a $15,000 oven, and you pull these panels open, and the thing looks like a spaceship. So I'm looking at this thing, and I got that feeling all over again, sort of being green. But they're so complicated. It's more or less you show up and call tech support because you're just troubleshooting computer boards most of the time. But yeah,
Bill, did they just switch over to EcoTrack for Arby's?
The
invoicing service. They went from Service Channel to EcoTrack, right?
That's what it was, EcoTrack.
Yeah,
so,
EcoTrack.
The way the guy was saying it, he sounded like Eagle Track or something, but yeah, it must be Eco Track.
Yeah, with the sister company of Arby's, they switched over to EcoTrack. So I'm changing the subject. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, that's all good.
So one of my main competitors is a refrigeration service company. I'm going to give you guys this. Adam, I'm going to ask you if you think this is weird. So one of my main competitors is a refrigeration service company here in Southern California. The owner of that company, Adam, do you know what Service Channel is?
No.
Okay, Service Channel is a dispatching service. Okay, when you deal with chain restaurants, I think I mentioned this last time. They want to cut out facilities managers, the people that handle the contact and the communication with service contractors. So they hire a third-party company, basically. So they have something like Service Channel, and basically when the restaurant has a problem, they call Service Channel. Service Channel dispatches it to us. Service Channel takes the job of middle management, essentially, in the restaurant chains, okay? And takes the facilities director. It's kind of a middle management position, the person that's in charge of repairs within the restaurant. So my main competitor decided that one of my main competitors decided that he wanted to start his own service company. So he started a company called EcoTrack. The irony is that I had to, with one of my main competitors, he still has a service company, but he started a company called EcoTrack too. So EcoTrack takes the place of Service Channel. So when and I don't do work for Arby's, but one of their sister companies, when they have a service call, they pay their company, whatever, their EcoTrack company, money to dispatch the service calls out to me. So I had to submit all my paperwork, all my billable hours, all my hourly rates, all my markups and everything to this EcoTrack company. And EcoTrack handles the facilities director's job basically, and dispatches the service calls out to me and approves my quotes and different things like that. So do you think it's a problem that I have to send my information to EcoTrack, which is my main competitor's second company? So my main competitor still runs a refrigeration service company, but I had to submit all my markups, all my hourly rates, and all that different stuff. So my main competitor, his second service company is EcoTrack, and he runs all the facility management.
I mean, I see the issue there. It's, you know,
like a gray area, right?
It's a weird area.
Yeah, it is.
You kind of have to do it, but you know, it's
if
weird.
I want to do work for whatever particular company, I still got to deal with that EcoTrack. But it's just weird for me to know that my main competitor, the main person from my main competitor,
Senior chef,
owns EcoTrack.
I'm friends with a lot of the other owner of HVAC companies around my area. I'm friends with them. We talk. I tell them my prices. They tell me their prices. You know, we like BS. I've had beers with them. So like I've always taken the approach of not being like an enemy competitor, being like, you know, friendly with your competitors. That's always the way I've taken it, you know.
The only way that I can differentiate myself is I'm not a competitor with that person, even though I am. I just do what I got to do, and I price what I got to price. And if they can beat me, they can beat me. But it's just weird. I thought it was ironic that I submit all my information to this company, and I know that the owner of this company is the owner of my main competitor.
Right. So he could potentially also submit his second company's bid for the same job.
Right. But at the same time, what do I have to offer that's different than him?
Right.
Is just my service.
Reputation and your service, yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off there, Bill. When you said Arby's, I was like, oh, yeah, you got to deal with EcoTrack. That's their new invoicing company.
So, or Market Fresh Deli.
What's
How
that?
is EcoTrack to deal with? Are they...
I've only done one work order with them, so I don't know.
That's exactly.
I haven't gotten a quote approved yet. I submitted a quote the other day, and I haven't gotten approved yet, but I imagine it'll be approved because their sister company approves stuff pretty easily. So I'm probably going to screw myself by talking about it on here.
Now, you said you've done work with, what is it, SMS?
No, I've heard of people doing work.
Okay.
I've never had to do. One of my main customers uses SMS, but not in Southern California. Sorry if I'm slurring my words. So.
SMS Messenger?
No, SMS. They are absolutely ridiculous.
Third-party invoicing company.
I went to a PetSmart call once to look at some communication issues they were having with their rooftop units. And when I got there, I found one of the units was just turned off. Now, nobody knows why it was off. Manager doesn't know. And SMS doesn't know. People who should know don't know. And my thought is, since I don't have a work order, I'm not allowed to touch that unit because my work order says RTU 3, 5, and 8, for example. So I'm not allowed to touch RTU number 2. So I mentioned this to SMS, and then they said, well, can you turn it back on? I'm like, well, I'm not going to turn it back on until I have time to actually look inside of it and see why somebody would have turned this off. Because it was just around the beginning of heating season, and I had a nagging suspicion, just looking at the burners in the inducer area, I had a nagging suspicion that the heat exchangers probably cracked on it, because it's one of those dual heat exchanging Lennox units.
Oh,
big giant, 15-ton units. And so I put a quote in to come back with another guy, remove the entire blower assembly, and fully look at the heat exchanger. The stupid thing is that they denied my quote to come back out there and look at that. But then 2 days ago, they submitted a work order to go back out there and have somebody else, one of my other guys, look at that rooftop unit, that same rooftop unit that I said we need to have somebody inspect before we just go willy-nilly turning it back on. So I had my guy go out there and basically restate everything I said. Well, we still need 2 guys to go out there, remove the blower assembly, check the heat exchanger, and then we can possibly turn it back on. It was just, they could have sent 2 guys out there originally instead of rejecting my work order and then put another work order in a couple weeks later to have us go back out there and reevaluate the situation. The situation never changed, so it's sometimes it's cumbersome to deal with these third party companies.
The third party's making a mess. So
Yeah.
I have a somewhat decent relationship with my facilities directors. So for the most part, knock on wood, cross my fingers, they trust me as a service company. So I can actually go beyond not to exceed values because I know that with the facilities directors, for the most part that I deal with, they're the person, they're kind of like a general manager of a restaurant, but they're the next level up and they're in charge of facilities. So they're in charge of, making sure that things are working correctly.
Yeah. I don't have a good relationship with them at all. We have a relationship to the point where they trust me because I have like a 4.5 star rating with them. I don't know what that's based on, but
like Service Channel or what?
Yeah, Service Channel. There's a way you can go in there and look at your profile.
Yeah, it's on your Facebook profile or something like that.
Yeah, and I have a decent rating with them, but
for the most part, I know that if I have a walk-in cooler down at the restaurant, I can fix that walk-in cooler no matter what the not to exceed value is, because I know that they can't afford a health department violation. They can't afford someone getting food poisoning. So I'm going to fix that walk-in. It's going to cost $4,000, whatever it is, thousands of dollars, but they're okay with that because they need the restaurant operating. Now, if I took on a new chain restaurant, and they wanted me to come in and fix something, I wouldn't, because I don't have a relationship with them. So luckily, knock on wood, I have a good relationship with the restaurants I've been dealing with.
There's been some chain restaurants where they have not approved my NTE in similar situations, and I had no choice. I'm like, well, I'm out of here. You better probably look into getting a refrigerated truck or something. Yeah. And
scary stuff.
A couple days later, we go back there and take care of it then. But it's they're not fun to deal with sometimes.
What's interesting is, if any of you guys have watched my videos, if you guys think something is gross in my videos, I'm telling you right now that I typically don't do work for gross restaurants. So if you think something is gross in my videos, that's not gross. I turn that stuff down most of the time. I mean,
it's pretty normal.
People see a little reach in and it's like, oh my God, that thing is disgusting, dude. If you think that is disgusting, that's
I forget, like Adam, Justin, Joe, you guys, maybe Yamo too. You guys have never really done a whole lot of like restaurant hot side work, have you? Or any at all?
I don't do any hot side work. And I know obviously it's hell.
Oh, it's super gross, but not especially hot side, but there's one place, what's their catchphrase? Eating good in the neighborhood, something like that.
Don't know what you're talking about, but yeah.
No, if you figure it out.
That many years ago, but yeah.
Eating good in the trailer hood.
I worked for, I don't know if it's just a Chicago-based company, but I did work for a Harold's Chicken once.
Never worked for them.
Never heard of them.
Does Portillo's exist in Chicago?
What's that?
Portillo's?
No.
Never heard of that either.
They're a Chicago hot dog place. They're out here in SoCal. They got like 2 locations, but they're supposedly like a Chicago hot dog place.
No, they're
not. Adam, I thought you said that the other day. I'm going to have Portillo's or something.
Portillo's. That's
Jeez, Adam, give the guy a break.
Portillo's, man.
Portillo's
in California?
I thought you were talking about like a Spanish restaurant or something.
No, Portillo's. Is that not how you say it? Is that Italian?
Oh my God.
Portillo's.
Come on, I'm channeling the Hispanic culture in my country. So
tortillas.
No, Portillo's is like the best fast food restaurant that's like an actual fast food restaurant. If you want to go get food in Chicago, burger, hot dog, whatever, beef, ribs, you go to Portillo's.
So Portillo's, we have 2 locations out here in SoCal. My favorite things are their Maxwell Street Polish dog. It's a bunch of
mine too.
Whatever hot peppers and crap on a hot dog or sausage or whatever. And then they have a Italian beef that comes with a bunch of hot peppers, and they dip it in freaking grease before they give it to you.
Yep.
Best thing. And then they have a strawberry shortcake. They give you a giant freaking strawberry shortcake, dude.
It's making me fatter. Just looking into that.
I always get either a burger, a jumbo hot dog, a Polish. Those are my go-tos. And then if you're getting like a dessert, you got to go with the chocolate cake shake.
Never had the chocolate cake shake, but I'll have to try it. We got, like I said, we got 2 locations that I know of in California. So
you might want to get a physical sometime, Adam.
I already did.
I'm afraid to go to the doctor. Hey, when you start getting, sorry, I think everybody in here is about the same age as me. But when you start getting to my age, you got to think about like, okay, I need to go to the doctor and get a physical, but I'm overweight and my life insurance policy is due to expire in about 10 years. So everything that I do from this point forward affects my life insurance policy. So if I don't go to the doctor now and I get into shape, then when I go renew my life insurance policy, it's going to be cheaper. But if I go now and I'm 202 pounds and 5'10", and I've got a big old belly, that's a problem.
See, that's something that nobody talks about a lot in this industry is staying healthy, like fit and healthy. And when I was listening to you guys talk about them giant Velocity backpacks earlier, my back was just hurting listening to you guys talk about these giant book bags and backpacks. You're like, I carry my drill, my hammer, like 75 tools I use once a year in my book bag. I carry them up on the roof every single day. Like, no, I got the tiniest, I could basically fit all my tools in a fanny pack, which if Vito ever makes a fanny pack, I will totally rock out a fanny pack. But
my kid won't let me have a fanny pack. I kind of want to rock one, dude. Hey,
they're coming back
too. For some reason, I have this in my head that I want to rock a pair of overalls. But my wife and my kids are like, hell no. But I want overalls so bad right now. Cargo pant overalls. That's what I want.
You can pull it off.
Chris, I wear in the wintertime, you probably don't even know what these are in California. You ever heard of bibs?
Yeah, I know what a bib is. I mean, they're basically overalls, right?
Right, yeah.
Insulated. Yeah.
I don't want no insulated crap, but I just want some overalls.
You want standard overalls
with cargo pockets for sure. I'm working on a video right now.
Rainbow suspenders.
My wife, I want to do the overalls. I really should do the overalls, but I'll be the only person in California wearing overalls. But I kind of wanted to say fuck off.
I'm the only person in Illinois wearing overalls. I'm gonna wear them.
I just want to do it. But I'm trying to figure out how my work shirt that says my name and stuff will still show up. But I'm right now working on a video where I figured, you know what, fuck it. I ordered like 7 pairs of pants of different manufacturers, and I'm trying them all out. And I'm like coming up to my like ones that I like. And
nice.
Like you're trying them out in the video?
Yeah. Well, I haven't done the video yet.
It's like changing on the video, Bill.
Do you like put the pants on and like do a little strut down the catwalk?
Yeah, here's my wiener, and I'm gonna cover it up with the pants real quick.
I hope you ordered a pair of Duluth pants.
So I ordered Duluth fire hose pants.
What are those, about $900?
No, they weren't. That was one of the things too. I didn't order the Atlas 46 pants because they're like $150. No, I kept it all under $100. So I ordered. I currently wear Dickies cargo pants. The
double
rip
knee.
Stop, no, not double knee. Rip stop cargo pants. And then I ordered Duluth fire hose. I ordered Duluth stretch. I ordered.
It's not called stretch. It's called Fire Flex.
Yeah, Fire Flex. Those are the. I'm gonna tell you right now. Spoiler alert. Those are the fucking stupidest pants in the world. I feel like I'm wearing my wife's yoga pants with those. Those are fucking.
Really? You don't like them?
Nope.
I wear the Fire Flex with the knee pads in them. Cargo pants.
No, wait. Maybe I'm doing something wrong because I put those things on. They didn't have no freaking knee pad holes, and they felt like freaking yoga pants. I felt weird.
You got like the tight pants.
No, they're
the Duluth skinny
styling,
jeans.
bud. At work.
But then I'm gonna tell you right.
Skinny jeans.
I'm
Skinny
screwing.
jeans at work, Chris.
Yeah, you gotta watch. Hey, if you're gonna wear those, Chris, you gotta watch your panty lines.
And then I ordered the Wrangler Ranger pants. Ranger pants. And then I ordered 511 tactical whatever pants. So there's like 5 or 6 pairs of pants that I've been trying out. I've been wearing them for about 2.5, 3 weeks now.
I gotta send you a link for the Duluth, the ones with the knee pads. Those are badass. It looks a little goofy when you're walking around because you have like a little pad in your knee. But
Yeah.
it's so good on your knees. Because you know how like knee pads suck when you kneel like all day. It like chokes off your freaking leg and everything.
Like that strap behind your knee.
It's just in your pants, so it doesn't like you don't feel it whatsoever, and it just cushions your knee. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm a huge
The
fan of
stretch
Dickies
pants,
double
I
knees.
swear when I wear them, the Duluth, I think they're the Duluth ones, dude. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look and see, but I feel like, dude, I don't got no pants on. Like they feel. I'm walking. I'm like, where are my pants? Did they fall down?
awesome.
What the hell happened?
Yeah.
Freaking weird.
The cool thing about Duluth is it's lifetime. They call it the no bull guarantee. You no matter what, you if you tear your pants or anything, you bring it back, they give you a new one. And I found out they will not only give you a new one, if you're unhappy with the pants, they'll freaking give you your money back. You bring the pants back and they'll give you your money back.
So Atlas, right? Atlas 46. I saw like a YouTube video or a Facebook post about some guy wearing he wore a vest. Some dude on YouTube. I don't know who it was. And he wore this vest and I was like, dude, I got to get that vest. Again, it's so stupid. It's got a bunch of Velcro on it and you could like Velcro
I got the vest.
Dude, okay. I want that vest so bad. I
HVAC Inspector Gadget vest or what?
No, yeah, it's a tool belt, but like I hate tool belts because it pulls on your pants. So it's a vest.
I'm not talking shit on the belt or the vest. I want it so bad, but I ended up not buying the vest and I bought the pants. I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy the pants, and then I bought the belt. But the cool thing about Atlas is they have a no bullshit guarantee where I wore them for like a week, and I was like, the pants were two-tone. Even though they were black, they were two-tone. And I was like, that's bothering the hell out of me. I don't like them. So I sent them back after wearing them for 2 weeks. They were like, yeah, we'll give you your money back. No sweat. Now, this time around, I didn't buy the Atlas. And I'm going to do a video soon, but I have all these different pants. But the Atlas, yeah, I don't know. But they got cool stuff. They're made in the United States. They're, St. Louis or something like that? I think.
Military company. Justin says they make stuff for... They
started as a tactical company, and then they went to like
it's that tool rig that Adam has. It's like the vest that you can put.
No, it looks so cool. I want it so bad.
It is a knockoff military Molly vest, is what it is. I wore one all the time in the Army.
Did you? Dude, I want one so bad. And the same thing with the overalls.
I mean, you'll have to buy the pouches, but I probably have a Molly vest in my freaking tough box down in the basement.
Really?
I'll send it to you. You just got to buy your own little pouches to put all your tools in.
Is it just me, or I want the freaking vest so I can put the goddamn American flag patch right here?
That'd be cool. Yeah. Well, like how many things? Like what can you put in those pockets? That does it make you look
like unlimited? Like, dude, you could put as much or as little as you want.
And they have a cooling pack. They have a cooling pack. You could put like frozen packs in and that's what sold me on the vest. I never bought it, but I was like, dude, I could buy frozen packs and put them in the vest, and then work on a roof when here in SoCal, 120 degrees out in the desert.
Even the guys in the attics that go to the attics a lot. Yeah. That's a good idea.
Is it something like you could, I don't know if you guys are real familiar with this little tiny tool bag that I carry, but there's not much in there. So is this vest something where I could eliminate my tool bag and just carry just wear this vest, meters and everything? Huh?
One thing that Atlas sells that I never bought that I need to buy, and I have a specific job that I want it for, is they have a bungee cord for your drill. So I have a job where I have to go up on a 16-foot ladder and work on an air handler. And I always think, dude, I'm going to drop my drill and hit the head. Yeah. And I think of that damn bungee cord on the freaking, it's a coiled bungee cord like a telephone cord.
Yeah.
And it hooks onto their belt strap, and you could put, dude, I'm going to order the Atlas vest, and I'm going to order the damn overalls that I want to order.
I'm surprised that's not legal in California, dude. Like they want you guys all to wear those.
Everything causes cancer in California.
Yeah, that's
true.
Atlas is not cheap whatsoever, but it is super quality.
Yeah.
It's high quality crap.
I think
so. When I get that vest, so I threw out a thing on my Facebook post, whatever, where you can do like a picture post and people can comment on, or no, YouTube. That's right. You can do like a Instagram kind of post on YouTube. I put out a thing like, what pants do you guys wear? And I think I threw it out on Facebook too. And everybody kind of went in there, and then I looked at all the pants and I was like, okay, I want them to be flex. Yeah. I want them to be cargo. Richard. I want them to be black. And I even ordered one like the Duluth fire hose. They're not flex. And the Wrangler Ranger, they're not flex.
You got to order Fire Flex.
No, I got the flex ones too, and those are but they're not. I don't know. I'll send you a link on which ones I have. But dude, the Duluth Fire Flex, those ones they freak me out. I don't like those ones.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was, but I know at some point in time I seen a video on YouTube of a guy, a HVAC guy, doing a service call in sweatpants. It was a residential call, but he was definitely wearing sweatpants.
Was he wearing Crocs too? Because I remember a guy wearing Crocs and sweats in a video.
I don't know. I don't know. He might have been. I wasn't really. I couldn't stop looking at the sweatpants. I was like, this is the most ridiculous thing ever.
I'm just watching for the sweatpants.
It's one thing if you're going to go to the Golden Corral, it's okay to wear sweatpants, but you shouldn't wear sweatpants at work. That's just
no kidding.
That's just rude.
What do you guys feel about shorts at work?
I can't wear. My guys asked me. I had to tell one of my guys when he first started with me, dude. I told you no shorts. Put the freaking pants on. Liability on my side. We work on the roofs. I understand it's hot, but no, we gotta wear pants. We gotta wear pants and steel-toed boots. So
I think it just looks kind of, I don't know, weird. It's a certain way.
Hallelujah.
Zach, what do you think about sweatpants and Crocs?
Zach's trying to end the show. That's why he came on here right now.
Yeah. Justin disappeared.
I've been bugging him to come on.
I think Zach left to just go comb his hair, it looks like.
I went to go to the bathroom.
We are kind of rambling.
Yeah.
I think that a rambling video probably shouldn't be the HVAC overtime. We should probably do a stream tomorrow.
Well, I said I sat out of the show and I said I'll come back when this shit gets interesting again. It just never fucking happened.
Yeah. It's like
just
4 or 5 or 6 beers later. I don't even know. So
I had a good time.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I was I went
Probably 'cause you're
downstairs,
drunk, Adam.
watched TV.
Can we play a couple John Israel clips while we're waiting?
Dude, we want to play John Israel clip.
No, for real. We have 53 people in here watching right now. That's more than when we started. So,
hey, Rookie's like hangout tonight. I mean, what the hell has this been the whole time, Rookie?
Oh, Rookie, I know Rookie loves the hangouts. Hey, we got up to 70 something today, right, Zach? It
You
was a good hangout.
you want to know some analytics, bro? I'll give them to you. You ready?
Go for it.
You ready for
It was a good
analytics?
hangout. Yeah.
You ready?
Some great chats.
yeah, hit it with the analytics.
He keeps talking though. You're not ready. You ready now?
I'm ready. Yeah.
You ready, Canada?
Next.
75. That's where you hit. You hit 75.
Hey, Adam, check your phone.
That's how many people watch Chris's end credits.
I don't know where my phone is.
That's a good point. I think last time I was watching, was it Monday? There was like 260 some.
No, not 260.
I swear I seen like 260.
No, I don't.
Not since
think
last
so.
month. Last month, for the last previous 2 months, I had like a crazy spike in viewers, but this month, not so much.
Bill comes on Chris comes on our show because he's a philanthropist.
Philanthropist.
He's reaching out to the needy streams in the area.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Gotta-
He likes chilling with us, all right?
I mean, just look at his background compared to our backgrounds. It's so
I know,
much
right?
better.
What? My
Everything.
background is screwing a bunch of shit up.
Mine's messed
Hey,
up.
look at these guys.
Freaking making
He's
a
got
video about it.
IKEA shelves. Like I got a crappy old exercise bike and dirty clothes, and
Dude,
I mean, Adam's got a cool background.
Again, I told you I want to see you riding that exercise bike. I'm sorry, but I gotta say it. In freaking Borat, right? Is that the movie?
man.
Dude, that's
No,
what I'm thinking of right now when I see that.
I know.
That's the one, right? When he's got the freaky scene with the fucking exercise bike.
Hey,
Right? Is that Borat?
Chris, I remember on one of our last hangouts we did, I said, hey, if there's any badass techs around, I'll pay like $100,000 a year. And you said you'd be homeless in California for $100,000 a year.
That's
No.
nuts.
Yeah.
He actually said that.
Sure.
Eh?
If you're making $150,000 in California, you are like the bottom of lower middle class.
That's nuts.
Wow.
In the area that I live in right now, my wife and I want to buy a new house. We live in a very nice house, but it's just not great schools and stuff. In the area that we want to move to, which again is not like Beverly Hills bullshit. I mean, it's just like normal, decent schools. $700,000 for a 2,600 square foot house on a 6,000 square foot lot.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's expensive.
It's
Yeah.
stupid.
That's how much they're going for here, though, dude. Same thing.
But Canada's different. You guys are more expensive there, though.
I guess.
But I mean, so we're paying 24% income tax. We're paying typically anywhere from 7 to 8% sales tax. Gas is costing, well, right now gas is low, but gas is $3.80 a gallon.
I just found out that I like Trump.
That's pretty
I wasn't against Trump
Congratulations.
But you never said that. He never said that, though. So
before. I never
that's
said
the
it. But here's the thing.
Oh,
What happened?
I just did an amend. What is it called? Like you amend your taxes,
oh my god!
Hmm.
and I just found out Trump saved me $30,000 in taxes this year.
There you go, bud.
I don't
That's great, Adam.
So
I
hey,
don't
there,
know, like, I'm in that gray area
What
right
the
now.
world?
Last year, my
Come
taxes
on.
were pretty good, but this year, I'm kind of screwed. But also, I had YouTube this year, so things are different. But I'm kind of screwed this year.
Hey,
so.
man, I got a Trump 2020 sign in my yard right now.
Oh shit! Adam's going all low now.
I don't know about that. Whoa.
Wow.
Hey, 30 grand is 30 grand, you know?
Yeah.
Is that 100 grand a year? Take home?
I saw a T-shirt that they said,
No.
I ain't gay, but $20 is $20.
That's that. If Bill, what I was saying, 150 grand. That's before taxes. If you're making 150 grand, you're hurting.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I started in the beginning of the stream. I said that I watched like a Dave Ramsey video today where he was breaking things down, and I mean it broke things down. It's like, oh yeah, what people think middle class is.
Man,
you got a lot of nice stuff.
Whenever I listen to Dave Ramsey, I just feel so bad about myself and all the horrible decisions I've made.
Is he a motivational speaker, right?
Who's Dave
No.
Ramsey?
Dave Ramsey,
Financial guy. Come on.
Genius.
Dave Ramsey is forget about the religious side, but he's a religious financial help guy. He does a lot of financial help with church groups, but he also does some great financial help. Let's see if I have a Dave. I do. Hold on. No joke.
I can't afford books.
Okay, I'm not gonna.
Definitely need Dave Ramsey.
I am not. I'm gonna. I can say it on here, but I am not a religious person. No offense to anybody, but there's a lot of information in this book. But this book right here got my wife and I out of debt in 2 years.
That's awesome.
And it was all about just again, it's nothing that you can't do on your own.
Gazelle intensity.
It's just
It's common sense.
yeah, it's common sense. It is common sense, but it's really easy to be looped up in the consumerism thing and spending money that you don't have.
And that's what I'm looped up in. Now, Chris, did you actually follow all the baby steps, like strictly?
No. What we followed was the envelope system. I basically went we did it like 3 or 4 years ago. We went back to how much money we spent about 3 or 4 years ago in a year, and we looked at it and said, where can we trim?
Mm-hmm.
And then we went everything envelope system. We paid cash for everything for an entire year, and basically set a budget. We set a budget where we realized that at the time things are different now.
Dude.
At the time, we could save $1,000 a month if we cut all this different stuff, and we put money away and did all that. So, what are you doing there, Zach?
Zach, here's somebody.
I was listening to you.
Yep.
I couldn't hear you because you're in the next square. So I got closer.
Just the cash stuff right now. I need to get freaking money for this, dude. Dave Ramsey.
Hey, we tried that with Velocity bags, and then Chris is like, Velocity, I'm gonna look into them. It's like, hey man, get off our Kool-Aid.
I told you not to mention that shit, Adam. Now Chris is going to bring all his damn viewers and make us look bad.
Yeah, you got to take 30 days or 60 days before you talk to Velocity, Chris, all right?
Get off our Kool-Aid. I haven't heard that in a long time.
I ain't working with nobody. You don't have to worry about that.
I know, you know.
All sponsor I work with is Spoiler.
Just wait till Monday. This show is brought to you by Velocity.
Velocity.
Yeah, the only real bag.
Yeah.
I am my own worst enemy when it comes to people. I'm not kidding with you. Sponsors have reached out to me, and I've talked myself out of everything.
I mean, we're basically right now, we're looking for somebody to just throw money at us.
Yeah. If anybody ever calls me for a sponsorship, I'm like, sure, whatever. Goodman, sure, whatever.
I have a legit question. So again, I am my own worst enemy, and you guys probably all want to go, but question. When it comes to sponsorships, Zach, you don't get to answer this. Everybody else gets to answer this. What the? Do you guys feel?
Keep drinking your water.
This is bullshit.
In the corner. There you go. Okay. So, for instance, the pants. I'm working on a video, right? I didn't reach out to any of the companies. I pulled all that money out of my pockets. Let's just say I paid $100 for every pair of pants. Okay. Do you feel that? You honestly feel that if I make a video, and I've never made I might have made one tool review video. If I make a tool review video, do you think it's more credible if I paid for everything myself or if I took anything for free?
Pay it for yourself.
Pay for yourself. 100%.
But honestly though, okay, now I'm asking you, Zach, do you honestly think, because I'm questioning in my head right now, whether or not it's really worth it? Do you think people are really going to think that's any different? Because I don't do tool reviews.
But before Zach goes on, I know you're a stand-up guy and you're an honest guy. So there's guys that take advantage. Oh, UEI? Oh, I love you. Even though I never tried you, I love you.
but I know you will be the truth, and whatever you try, you'll give the honest opinion.
Yeah.
Now,
depends the person.
I'm not set to make anything from this. The only difference is I can legitimately make a tax write-off by buying all these pants. But I was curious genuinely because I was like, well, I want to try a different pair of pants beside the Dickies I've been wearing. So well, fuck it. I'm just going to order pants and make a video, and then it's a tax write-off. So, Zach, I want to hear your opinion on it.
Yeah.
We want to
What are
hear
you
your
talking
opinion of the P51870, Zach.
No. Don't throw yourself under the bus.
Wait
I'm
a
just
second.
genuine.
I like
my
the
God,
hook
Adam.
best about the P51. The hook is my favorite part.
The
Adam.
hook is
I think they should make more fucking hooks for it, just like they did.
So, the question I'm asking.
No, I got what you're saying.
But no. I've had people, and think about me, not answering for yourself, but think about me. I've had people, sponsors and different people approach me and say, hey, we want you to try out our tool. And I've turned them down because I said, I don't take free tools. Am I stupid for doing that?
The perception is if you do take a free
Not
tool,
you.
you're more susceptible to having that affect your demo
Judgment.
/ review. Whether or not that's actually the case, you don't know. I mean, it depends on who you are. If you have integrity, it doesn't matter. But the perception will be that they gave you a tool. If you give it a good review, then they bought the review. I mean, it's just perception.
If I go to the particular company that wants to send me a tool up front, and I say, okay, here's the deal, because someone's asking me right now to send me a tool, and I'm battling it in my head. Like I've already told one person, no, I'm not going to take free tools. But
Is it a nice tool?
What's the tool so we can ask for one?
Is it
No,
from
no,
Velocity?
We're a struggling lower middle class show.
Nation,
No.
it's probably Chris. Like Bill said, Chris is laughing. Guys, Velocity already get contacted me last week.
No.
Chris is like,
No
hey, you
news.
guys don't
I'll
have
tell
sponsors
you the
knocking down
tool.
your door?
Just say you like the Zoom lock.
And I don't know if I agree with it, but it's the ultrasonic leak detector fucking thing, right? So it's that AccuTrek, right? They want to send me a freaking leak detector. So again, I can say this because I'm not worried about them, but in my head, I'm thinking, okay, you know what? I'm gonna have because their proposal is we want to send you a tool and we'll talk after that, right? We want to send you a tool and then they want me to send them a video. I don't do review videos. So I said, look, here's the deal. I might use your tool in my video. And if I like it, you guys can choose. But basically, they want creative control. They want to know if I have shit to talk about their tool, they don't want me to make the video.
No, I wouldn't do it then.
Now, my logic is in my head, but even if I like the tool, which I've already talked to a couple people, and I know that the tool is not the best thing in the world, but in my head, my logic is, okay, I'm going to have them send me the tool. And then if I like it, I'm literally going to buy one from TrueTech. And then I'll do a video because so I can actually say that I bought the tool, because in my head, I can't do a review on the tool knowing that I took it for free. But if I don't like the tool, I'll send it back to them and I won't do the video.
Dude, I take stuff for free, but I would still do a review on it.
Now, I can say this right now. In the very beginning, I sent an email to Milwaukee Tools and they sent me a tool and I told them up front, I'm not going to have you guys change my shit. I'm not going to do anything. They're not going to ever be a sponsor. So I can say this for me. They sent me a tool and I told them, look, this is the kind of videos I do. I was working with one of the female, whatever ladies that was working there. And I said, this is how I do my videos. They're service call videos. I don't do reviews. I'm not going to like change my titles and whatever. So after I did the video, I showed the tool in the video, whatever. They sent me a drill for free. And then I talked about it. And then she sent me an email back. Great video, but can you please change the title? Can you please put Home Depot? Can you do this? And I said, no.
Wow.
And that ended that right away. So I got one free. But I was like, no, I'm not going to change my videes. I'm not going to link Home Depot. I ain't making nothing from Home Depot crap.
Do you still have her phone number?
Something to TrueTech because Zach makes like for real. I'll link something to TrueTech because Zach gets his discount code. Whatever he gets from that, I don't know. But I don't mind doing that because I'm helping him out. But
wait, can we press pause for a second here? Hey, TrueTech Tools, we don't have our own discount code.
You don't need a discount code. Don't even listen to that. Just don't even press pause. What the hell?
No, listen. HVAC Overtime.
So
You're
about
not selling
am I stupid for not taking free stuff?
Well, Chris, would you buy the the ultrasonic leak detector, is that something you're interested in reviewing?
It is, but okay, again, in my head, trying to make sense of this, if I like it, I'm going to buy it before I make a video so I can honestly say that I bought it and I like this tool.
But if you don't like it, you're just going to send it back to them and never do the review?
Yep.
I mean, yes, I think doing it that way would be just fine, Adam. That's a great sticker, man. That would be just fine. I don't think you're stupid. I mean, it's all a question of, can you be
they're
bought?
not paying me anything. They might give me a free $300 tool. That's it.
If I could chime in here, I would just say if there's no strings attached, I would take a free tool. If they want you to change titles and all this other stuff, I'd be like, no, I'll just buy it and give you either a good review or a bad review.
Now, I did not tell them that I would end up buying the tool. I didn't tell them that part because in my head, I've already told someone else that wanted to send me something that I don't take free tools. So
did you also tell them that you're too rich? You don't take free tools because you have too much money.
I'm too rich. I saw there's a local guy in my area that he's a computer guy. His name's Leo Laporte, and he does tech reviews, and he's on all kinds of whatever. And I like his method of stuff. He doesn't take free stuff from people. He'll take sponsorships, but he doesn't take free computer gear. And I honestly believe his reviews. So that's the way I wanted to do things. But I just question whether or not I'm doing things wrong by thinking that. Because he's a big timer. I'm some stupid little guy taking a $300 tool.
You know, I think it's all trust related. You know, I watch a guy review microphones. And he gets some for free. And he buys some at discount. And then he buys some at full price. And he discloses that. And that disclosure has brought him the trust in my mind. I think everything he says is trustworthy. So I think it's just how you carry yourself.
That's
really, because I've gotten free tools before, but I've never changed a review for the tools. And many times we agree that, you know, it could be good or bad. I can't guarantee what the review's going to be. And sometimes they've gotten pissed. Fucking Fleur, fucking sucks. I mean, I'm not going to say who Fleur it is, but they suck.
Yeah.
Fleur,
Look at if somebody says, I'm not saying anyone's going to call me and say I'm going to sponsor you, I'll send you tools or whatever else. But me as like somebody that like I have I don't know, I have like pride in what I do, and I have like I don't know, I'm very picky about what I use. If somebody sends me a tool and I try it out and it sucks, I will not use it in the videos. There's no chance I will use it. No way. I don't care if they're giving. I don't care if they're paying me. I'm not using it. You know.
Yeah. I am my own worst enemy. I believe it. I really am, because I have just stupid shit in my head, and I know I'm like, dude, I just need to get over that. But yeah.
Chris, I don't think you need tool reviews. Really, I think you got a good thing going.
That's not my channel. Now, I've thought about, actually, I have a channel that I've already created, and I just don't post on it. But I have a channel that and I'm just lazy and don't want to do tool reviews. But I literally have a tool channel that is perfect, but I just don't. I've already created it, but I just don't use it. So
this is the longest show in history of HVAC Overtime.
It is. Hey, this is 3
you
episodes.
guys tell me to shut up, and I'll shut up.
This is now a John Israel hangout show.
You've been drinking way too much. You're all slurred and crap now.
You're cut off, Adam. You're cut off.
Adam's like, oh, look at our stickers.
Yeah,
We're
I love
done.
you guys.
Don't say that name.
You guys are my best friends.
I love you guys, man.
I'll just keep talking. I can't even count how many
No,
beers.
we're having a good hang up.
Hey, we're gonna stay on all night.
You see, with Chris, with your channel there, I think you've cracked the code. You got a good formula for what you do, and it works well. And obviously, it shows up. It shows. And I wouldn't switch over to tour reviews, or maybe throw one in once in a while, like a paint review once in a while.
Well, the other day, again, I threw this thing in there, right? I got this stupid little airbag because
that's awesome.
Smart.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And it was like, hey, I got this cool thing. I ain't getting nothing from this. I went and bought that stupid airbag. And it was like, again, I'm not a tool channel. So,
but that one, you actually had a specific purpose for that tool. It's not like you just have an electronic leak detector and you're just reviewing it, creating a leak in your
that's
garage
not
or something,
So, yeah, I've thought about doing another channel, and I just like, I don't know.
As far as leak detectors go, I think until further review, H10 is always the best. Period.
Nah, D-Tech Select, dude.
Come on, get real.
D-Tech
is good. It
You're
is
just
good.
being
D-Tech's like
contrary.
all I've used for the last 15 years.
What Chris is not telling you is they pay him.
I just use a propane torch.
Yeah, Infocon pays me. Yeah, let's get over that. Ain't nobody. The only person that I work with is Sportland. Come on.
Do you have an H10, Chris?
Nope. Never had one. Never used one in my life. So
Hey, listen.
There's
hey,
the reason.
I'll
There we
I'll send you mine to borrow, and then you'll say
Yeah, the one with
H10
the
is
sticker on it.
right, plug it into the wall.
Bloodhound, sitting the bloodhound.
You plug
Do
it in,
it.
click,
and all that.
click.
Change sensitivity.
Let me run my 100-foot extension cord
Yeah,
so I can.
just FYI, I have a cheater cord on the end of that joke.
Oh god.
Send the man a modern
I
damn
really
detector.
do want to try that new D-Tech. What is it? The Stratus.
The Stratus, yes.
But is it honestly different than the D-Tech Select?
I don't know. Brent said he was going to let me borrow
Showing
it.
the parts per million. Is it the same sensors? That's what I don't know.
I had a video of it. I don't know where it's at.
What is that?
No, you didn't try the Stratus, did you, Zach?
It's not. It's Infocon's video, but it goes over how they were using it.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm bummed out that they didn't come out with the Stratus soon enough that you could do that in your videos, Zach.
I'm waiting for the Stratus Lite.
Like $700 or $800.
Yeah, it is.
Uh-huh.
Compared to the D-Tech Select, that's $400.
Right.
All my guys have D-Tech Selects, and I can't justify buying a Stratus when the Selects work just fine.
H10 all day long.
Plug it into the wall.
You can get a bottle of Big Blue for like what, $5.
There's always a guy on Facebook who says that shit.
Load
It's like,
that up.
I
with
don't use a
Super Soak.
detector. I've got some soap bubbles, and I'm good.
Load
what
up
the
in a
hell?
super soaker.
Well, hey,
No, there's-
when I was
Fire it
back
up,
in the
man.
day when I was rocking the TIFF, and then I was like, hey man, I'm gonna use dye, and then I realized, hey man, dye sucks.
Are you like a beatnik? Hey, man.
Hey, Kerouac, what are you doing over there?
The beating it.
the H10 is the way to go, man.
The only leak detector I've ever used besides the D-Tech Select was the CPS Leak Seeker, the yellow one. And the problem with the CPS Leak Seeker was the wands broke. At the head of the leak detector where the bendy wand or whatever, it would always snap right there.
I just recently tried out. I didn't use this on film either, but I think it's JB. JB had a leak detector out.
The Prowler.
Yeah,
Prowler, that's the one. That
JB copied
sucks.
a lot
That
of
is-
tools.
Let me just tell you, that is the most garbage leak
is.
detector.
It really
there
is.
I'm not joking.
I mean,
That's
you
y'all's
could
new
just
sponsor.
you walk in any room, anywhere. I could bring it in my house. It says I got a leak. I hold it next to a boiler. Yeah, your boiler's leaking refrigerant.
Any potential sponsorship, Bill?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I mean, I got a JB pump that I'm pretty happy with. I'm content
You know
with.
what?
the pump,
For
but-
years, up until the field piece, whatever VP 85, whatever, I use the JB 7 CFM vacuum pump. That's what all my guys have in their trucks. They work great. They're heavy, but they work great forever. They last.
Yeah.
The platinum, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're pretty
fine.
good. They're
Yeah.
pretty good. Until Navac or Fieldpiece wants to sponsor me and send me some new pumps, then I'll.
Well,
totally.
field piece. I worked out the vacuum pump for letting them take pictures while I was working, like of a tool that I was beta testing for them. They gave me the vacuum pump. But then I quickly realized that Navac makes their pumps.
So
So
what did they do with those pictures?
they put them. You can see me in every single trade magazine. I can point out if you see hands holding a set of S-Man 460s, that's me.
Oh, so you're like a
with
hand.
a- with a magnet hook. If you see a set of S-Man 460s in a field piece advertisement with a magnet hook on top of a Lennox package unit, it's me.
Chris was a hand model, eh? You know the hand model?
The hand model.
And I poured myself out for a field piece VP85.
How much you get paid for that, Chris?
A field piece VP85.
Stop drinking,
Hand
Adam.
modeling.
He's answered his question already.
Could never be a model.
That's what I got. That's what I paid for that. No, I didn't. That had nothing to do with my videos either. Field Piece didn't even know that I made videos at the time. I've been a beta tester for Field Piece for a long time, so they just asked me because I'm local to them. So
We're all idiots here.
Best thing I could do is probably get a voiceover job reading the side effects of prescription drug commercials. About it.
You do have a good voice, Bill.
I know. I don't have a face for advertisements like Chris does, but
I don't have space for advertisement. I was like a freaking idiot.
Bill, maybe your hands are pretty like Chris's. You could do some hand mo.
I got tattoos.
What is he says?
Let's find a field.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Find a picture of my. Oh, that'd be cool if I could find a picture of my freaking thing. I don't have any pictures of that.
I got pictures of my thing.
On Grinder.
Grinder. You got me thinking about Talladega Nights now. What's he doing? What's he doing with the freaking microphone? He's like, the car ran real good.
Oh no.
The best part is that Fig Newton's labeled right on the windshield.
Yeah. He's like, this is extremely dangerous.
But they are delicious.
So is Overtime a hangout show now?
It turned into that.
Hey, there's not enough super chats in Overtime. I'm going to say this because
We need more money.
there's more super chats. We need more super chats.
I like it.
I have not gotten a paycheck.
You got to give a reason for Zach to keep this going.
Straight to the point. We need more
Zach
super
is on
chats.
the edge of firing all of us.
Zach and company, all right, Chris.
So
Zach and
for
company.
real, we need a super chat to keep this going.
I'm trying to find your
See,
picture
I could
with the
just
gauges.
not have a camera here, and I could just be like a background narrator.
Hey,
Like Adam, because he's got an alcohol problem, and just keep like Chris and Joe.
Hey, it's not a problem for having a good time.
It's not a problem if I can quit whenever I want.
we get back to the super
Freaking
chats.
Lost right now, and I've had. There you go. See,
There you
Wow, you just have to ask for them, and they just appear.
Thank you, Rookie. Thank you.
That's
Nate.
not to be
That's
someone.
how it is, Zach. That's how it is.
Hey guys,
That has to be someone that has no affiliation with the channel. Like for me, I got no affiliation. I'm just on here. I ain't getting no benefit from this. So I tell you what. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I have 4 free super chats. Zach, you got to figure the super chat thing out, right? So 4 free super chats.
oh, I did. I figured it out. I
What's
saw
a
it popped
free
up when I was
super
super
chat?
chatting
That
earlier.
means if you are a paid subscriber to YouTube, so you are omitting the commercials, they give you free super chats every month.
Hey, let's get some more super chats, guys.
So if
Yeah.
anyone pays for YouTube, super chats are free, man.
Hey, I tell you what. For the next person that puts a $5 super chat, I'll match it right now.
Wow, this is great. This is like a Jerry Lewis fucking telethon now, isn't it?
Look, next person that puts a $5 super chat, I will match it.
And I want to go work for Chris and make
Hey,
that kind of
guys.
money.
Little Justin has malaria, and his hospital bills are staggering.
Joe, why the hell would you put a super chat?
I was waiting for somebody to say, like, what the fuck?
Hey,
We say that a lot.
Chris,
Look at Rookie. Rookie's the man, dude.
Yeah.
We're gonna super chat and match you guys and lose the money back to you reverse wise.
There you go, Rookie. I'm going to match your super chat. The next person to put $5 super chat, I'll max it.
That's awesome. I don't have.
$100. Where's Ted?
This
Where's
is the best
where's
day.
Ted?
Someone text Ted. Someone's got Ted's number.
We all do.
Okay, AG Maintenance, dude. Look at AG Maintenance. I told you I would match your super.
Awesome, AJ.
There you go.
Alex.
We appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it, Chris.
Thanks, man.
How
So
many
my
free
phone-
super chats did you get?
I had 4.
I guess that was it there.
I think they might look at your whatever super chat revenue that you've been donating or something like that.
This is nice.
So someone else.
Screw you. I'm moving to California.
Wait, guys, you're keeping overtime alive, guys.
Come on, not Joe, not anybody in the show. Someone that's watching, put in a $20 super chat. I'll match it.
Every time someone does a $20 super chat, I will show our congratulation video clip.
Oh, awesome. There we go. Thanks, Juan.
Nathan,
Look at Nathan. Look at
Nathan's killing it, man.
Oh, there
You're
he is.
awesome,
Okay.
Nathan, you're good, bud.
Are you showing it, Joe or Zach?
Congratulations.
Thanks, Rookie.
Yep, there it goes.
Nathan Rookie. There you go.
I fucking love that clip, man.
So I'm gonna match Nathan and Rookies, and then next time on my show, someone do this.
All right. All right,
That's
Chris
so-
also did it, so
That's top-notch troll work right there.
Well, congratulations.
I hoard out the super chat thing, and there you go.
Somebody get John on the phone.
oh my god.
I'm gonna call him.
He's
There you
here.
I'm going to switch over to the live chat that I'm with John on here in a second. Tell him what you guys are doing.
He knows.
All right.
That was awesome, Chris. Thanks, everybody. That was awesome, man. You
Thanks,
are
guys.
awesome.
You guys are the best.
You're welcome.
Hey, don't ask me for that until next month when I get 4 more free super chats. Okay.
All right. Perfect. Nathan, that was awesome. Rookie. Juan.
For those
BT home.
No, I can say this. I'm not a host of the show. The super chats, they totally help the channel, and it helps to keep it going. We spend this time doing these videos. It totally helps it to go.
Air conditioning.
Jack,
Unavailable to get to the phone right now.
Oh my god!
did you just call Don?
Yeah. Chris was doing a nice friggin' what's it called?
I'm sorry, Chris.
Speech.
A motivating speech.
For those that
Yes.
don't do super chats, it's not a big deal. For those that can, it's cool.
Yeah.
It helps.
Even a thumbs up. Even a thumbs up helps.
Especially when you have a show that just, it's based around giving away stuff.
Right?
Right.
And Zach's trying to build a new house. So come on, guys.
And I'm trying to buy a new house. Come on, guys.
I had to remove extra trees. It costs money.
Maybe in like 10 years, maybe I'll get to that point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set up this what is this?
I can't even afford razor blades.
I'm gonna set up this StreamYard so I can do these. So
Can I be invited?
Yeah.
No. You don't want him in there, do you?
You're gonna ruin all your subscribers are gonna.
You got like a classy thing going.
Yeah, you got a good thing going, Chris.
Maybe I'll do a second channel.
I got that American flag behind me, man.
HVACR Tools channel that I have.
Invite the poor people into your house.
So Adam would be one of the tools.
Yeah, this is HVACR Tools. It could be taken 2 ways. I'm
I like
doing
that.
videos, and I've got fucking dumbasses on here. Not you.
Is that, whoa, hey, ho, hey,
Not anybody in here.
That's
It's
not classy.
Other dumbasses. I
That sounds like what Joe said about Justin one time.
Yeah, no, yeah. Let's get.
Oh my gosh, here we go. Let's do it.
Chris, I don't know if you're aware of this or not.
No, I'm not.
I'm gonna fill you in.
Joe is better than Justin.
Joe is a superior technician compared to me. I'm just a peon that knows how to work on gas and heat pumps, and he's up there in Canada just way light years ahead of me. And I don't know that I will ever get to that level, but it is my lifelong. It is my lifelong goal to be like Joe.
I got a question. In America, they want direct vent appliances 4 feet from a window. In Canada, they want it 12 inches. What's the beef, bro?
How much do they want it there? 24 inches, you said?
4 feet.
4 feet.
Hey. Event, it depends. Under 400,000 BTUs, it's 23 feet.
It's 12 inches on our manuals. It says in Canada installation, 12 inches.
Don't end this. I'm going to be back in 2 seconds. Do not end. Wait,
no problem.
Don't leave.
Are we done, guys?
We haven't ended it 4 hours. We're not going to do it.
I'm trying to remember.
The odds are really small. It's going to be over.
No, it can't be a foot because you know what? Maybe the manufacturer code trumps it.
Our manuals don't lie.
I'm gonna get my code book, brother.
Get Justin Trudeau on the line. Get the Prime Minister of Canada right now.
Get him. Get the Queen. I want the Queen on here right now.
Yeah, get the person that's on your funny looking money.
Your worthless piece of shit money.
Yeah, your napkin with marker on it, money, whatever you call
4
it.
cents on our massive dollar.
What happened to Yao, man?
I took him out because I wanted to come in here.
Whenever I end up pulling change out of my pocket, he's not here. He left. When I pull change out of my pocket and I got a Canadian penny, I just throw it in the
garbage. Yeah, just throw it right in the
The rest of
garbage.
the crap.
I save up all my Canadian coins and I give them to homeless people and they don't even want it.
There's your
Who'd you
money.
kick out? You kicked out Joe.
I took out
There's
Joe
Yao.
because he left. When he comes back.
Ray said call Epstein.
Yamo looks like Don Juan Delanouche. Look at this guy.
So this is a new hangout, or is it still HVAC overtime?
Yeah, we're going real overtime. We're getting paid double time.
Yeah,
we decided to take the name literal.
Had to do the V-neck, huh? Just
I had
to be
to show my support. I couldn't find my videos V-neck, but
to be like me, huh?
Yo,
come on.
hey,
Oh, okay. Sorry.
This whole time.
Bye,
I
Yamo.
got you, Joe. Yeah, we have no idea.
That's so cruel. I'm gonna bring you back, Yamo. I'm gonna take a break, and then Joe can come.
Dude, how can they kick me out when Chris is wearing his V-neck?
There you go. Dude, you got to admit I'm rocking the V-neck. Come
Joe,
on.
you look
Rocking
good,
it, dude.
Joe, you look good in a regular shirt, dude.
Yeah, you look normal. You look like a struggling DJ who like lives
Struggling
cousin.
DJ.
with your.
Dude, I'm gonna look up that code right now.
Oh my god.
That was like a
what
four.
is that?
Yeah, is that your Lisa
You know what I did?
Finder?
I put every page in a freaking plastic sheet because I know when I'm on the field at the time.
If I ever
That's a good
order any
idea.
more shirts, I'm going to have a line of V-neck shirts. I'll call it HVACR videos with Joe. And it's going to say V-neck shirts.
Joe's got for codes.
When he's looking up the
sell
code,
one
I
of
figured I'd
those.
come back while he's out looking for codes, and he just flail your arms when you're ready to come back, Joe.
Can't see my V-neck with my microphone. Hey, you got to admit, too, the stupid microphone looks so much better without the goddamn.
So why do you use it?
Because it stops the pops.
Do a
Are you
little
hearing the
angle.
pop
Put it
more?
like an angle to your mouth. I never used a little thing when I had it. It dampens some of those high frequencies, Chris. You don't want that.
Better.
Yeah, there's a difference.
There is a difference between the pops.
You know, when I take my little microphone cover off, my voice isn't as deep. It's freaky.
He's like, "Hey, man,
That's how I sound.
I'm
Sound
Bill, the
in real
curious
life.
HVAC guy.
Mhm.
Here's my tech tip. My beard is L-shaped on the roof.
Sound like Mickey Mouse.
That reminds me of that one video that AK did. We did that Mickey Mouse voice the entire time.
Oh yeah.
Mickey Mouse on overtime or something.
I didn't realize he had AK had a
Where
second.
did Andrew go, man?
AK had a second channel.
Yeah, HVAC comedy.
Oh, yeah.
What is it? Joe ready? No, he's
I'm
still looking
super
at code.
stoked because I'm going to meet Andrew at the HVAC school thing. So supposedly he's going to be there.
He's supposed to be signing autographs.
I went to I was at
dude.
I was at one of my supply houses and I was buying something. I was like, "Oh, that you guys carry the Navac pump?"
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. Nobody carries that around here. He's like, "Oh yeah, man. The dude was in here selling us that. This is awesome." He's like, he's got a long beard. His name is AK, and he's got his own YouTube channel.
I don't believe any of that story.
No, and I tried calling Zach on the cell phone when I was there. And I was going to say, "Hey, Zach, AK is over here pawning his snake oil." But Zach, I'm calling him. I called him twice, and he's like,
On the cell phone, right?
on the cell phone. And Zach's like,
On the cell phone.
"Dude, I'm doing a podcast, man. I can't answer the phone. I'm doing a podcast."
Which was true.
What's happening right now?
I was podcasting that day.
I was talking about Andrew, and then this turned into podcasting and
I used to
Navac.
podcast with
So,
Andrew.
there was about,
Oh yes, podcasting.
it was about him.
We used to be
And
partners.
we have Bill that's trying to be Andrew.
Oh, okay. Joe's ready. Okay.
Bill's the new.
Bill
Yeah,
trying to be Andrew.
The new Greaves.
That was good. I love it.
No,
No,
when
it's-
you said that the first time, Bill, I laughed so hard. when you said that.
Greaves has got so much more energy than I do. I think that's one of the things I'm lacking. I need to figure out how to be more energetic. Like
I found the code.
I need to move. Nobody cares, Joe. I need to move around more.
Is it up,
Yeah.
up, down, down, left, left, right, right? Because that's
Yes,
that I remember.
yes.
Up, down, left, right, left, right.
Swing left and right. It's a swing left and right. You gotta do them
Is
both
that
at the
the
same time.
Hadouken? Hadouken?
Yeah, that you. Okay. Appliance. 6 inches for inputs up to including 10,000 BTUs. 12 inches for inputs above 10,000 BTUs up to including 100,000 BTUs.
Yeah, see, I just told you.
3 feet for inputs exceeding 100,000 BTUs.
Wait, aren't you guys metric up there?
That's a good point.
It has millimeters in brackets.
You guys you don't measure feet in Canada.
Hey, what do your rulers look like in Canada?
Thanks for the
these
super
stupid
chat.
things? Don't ask me why I have a freaking fabric ruler right here, but are they these stupid things that have like these weird numbers?
Congratulations.
6, 87, 80.
Yeah, that's definitely a Canadian
No,
ruler.
no, that's gay.
That's the thing, right? I don't know why I have a fabric ruler on my desk, but I think it's because I was measuring myself for the pants that I was going to order. But
Serious question, Joe. Are the tape measures in Canada
Sorry, I missed that.
Do the tape measures in Canada show like feet or the
inches and feet? Inches and feet.
That's it. No millimeters and yards and.
It shows. Yeah, you know what? It shows millimeters. Millimeters.
So, Juan, the air conditioning guy, says that Goodman is the best. He says, okay, you have to say Goodman is the best. And he gave a $20 super chat.
Goodman is the best.
Goodman
okay.
is the best.
No.
Yeah, good right in the title.
Someone needs to post more than $20 saying another air conditioning brand is better.
Why is my icon?
Two old white guys.
What is going on here?
Now
That seemed controversial. I had to remove him for controversial
Obama
political
and Trump,
messages.
That would be epic.
That would be epic.
Zach, did you put that as my icon?
He laughed. That was awesome. You said you were a Trump supporter.
Hey, I can't control his icon. Adam, I can't control your icon. All right, bye.
Oh no, I just broke my
How do I change my icon? What is that?
I just broke it.
You just broke your Canadian measuring stick.
But what'd you use that for? To tape measure your pant video or what?
Yeah, because I was trying to figure out what pant size I was.
I knew it.
And then I had to get this stupid, my wife, I don't know why my wife had one of these, but she's like, oh, I got a pants measuring fucking thing.
Yeah,
I would have just ordered like 35 different sizes.
It's a device.
What it isn't.
And then I saw the measurement on there and it said 38. And I said, fuck that. I'm not 38.
Wow, you got to 38.
So I ordered 36.
Just because you don't want 38.
You wear a size 38 pants, Chris?
Dude, there's no way I wear 38 pants. I wear
38s, and I've never seen you in person, but I feel like I'm probably bigger than you.
Dude, I don't wear 38. Screw that. The stupid measurement thing says 38, but no. I'm about 200 pounds and I'm about 5'10". So
Wait, like me.
There ain't no way. I got a belly, but I ain't no fucking 38.
Yeah, that's why I never tuck my shirt in.
Certain pants manufacturers
make weird shit.
They make you feel good about yourself.
Yeah. That's like a woman thing, but I feel like a woman now because I'm like, dude, I ain't wearing no 38 pants.
I have to wear prescription pants.
Sorry to those that wear 38 pants, but dude, I remember wearing 32, 34s. So 32.
Yeah, I wear 38s.
Yeah, so do I. I remember that.
Shit getting old sucks.
I need to get on a diet so I can wear like size 36 pants and rock V-necks like you guys.
Hey, the V-neck is cool until you see me stand up and my belly sticks out.
That's true. You look like a dad.
Yeah.
That
It's called a dad bod. Apparently that's a thing with like,
Are people still watching?
Apparently it's popular.
Are people still watching the stream? There's still 49 people watching.
Yeah, they're waiting for us to say something interesting.
All right, we're gonna end this in 5 minutes unless there's another super chat.
Christ,
Joe.
Jesus.
Please.
It ain't my stream.
You guys
whatever. Wait, what the hell was that? What did I just see on the screen?
The shooting star?
No.
Yeah, Adam's icon.
Dude. No, I'm not going to go there. I saw something weird on the screen right now, but I think I was tripping.
You should stop drinking your apple juice.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wishful thinking.
Adam's icon looks okay.
Whose icon looks gay?
That's
Adam.
Is that Van Romney and oh wait, who is that?
Trump and Pence.
Pence. There you go. Pence. Fucking I said Romney. That was a long time ago.
I knew that.
That ain't happening. Trump hates Romney.
Yeah.
Trump hates Pence, right?
Who knows? They all hate each other.
Yeah. There you go. See? Air conditioning guy. Thank you, Juan.
They all hate each other, and all the two teams are against each other all the time.
Susie, a weak girl or a fat ass? Which do you hire?
I can't answer that business on it because
if you're doing residential, you probably want to go with like a meth head or a crackhead, real skinny. You can shimmy down inside those crawl spaces.
Yeah, the spots you can't get into, right?
Yeah, you got to consider that. I don't know if I could do residential. Get down underneath them crawl spaces and whatnot.
Oh,
yeah, I've never done residential besides for friends and stuff. I don't know. I don't know if I can handle it. I don't know if I could do the installs.
I don't think I can handle the constant interaction with homeowners.
That's what I think I'm afraid of. And
Yeah, I can
I'm
do
afraid
it.
of having to ask people for money.
Like I can do it for a while, but there's a certain amount of, it takes a toll on me. I only have a certain amount of customer service energy in me at any given time in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can only
What's up,
be
rookie?
fake for so long.
Fake until you make it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you got to get the upper class clients, and you don't have to worry about when you ask for money. You just send them the invoice, and you know you're going to get it.
You just cope in between calls, man. That's what you do. When you're in the house and you're dealing with them, you put the smile on, you kill them with kindness, you laugh at their bullshit jokes, and then when you get in the van, you start driving to the next call, you go, that dude was a fucking dumbass. Let's go to the next one.
See, I don't smile or laugh. So if I came to work for Adam, like you want,
You could do it for 5 minutes. You could do it for 5 minutes.
I'm smiling right now.
I
think the beard has destroyed all my facial muscles.
Yeah, I'm going to grow a beard one day when I grow up. So it's cool.
You could do it, Chris. Just do a beard comb over.
It might be like thick here, but then maybe not here. And then maybe a little bit here. And then there'll be just patchy spots, but I could like pull it off like I was trying for that maybe.
It's like a fingerprint or a snowflake. They're all different.
Like, what do you consider heavy, rookie? Because I would, but you have to be able to move. I'm just one of those guys who doesn't like to stop, and I just go. And I don't know about you guys, but would you hire somebody that's that's gonna dog it a bit?
So I've given a guy a shot. He was a heavier guy, and he quit on his own. One day he got angry with us, and he was like, dude, I can't do this. You're asking me to work on small boxes and all this stuff. And I said, look, I didn't discriminate. I totally gave you a shot. And I told you up front, we work on small reach-in coolers. Sometimes you got to get your hand in there. Sometimes you got to reach in that thing. I didn't say you couldn't work here. You just got to work harder. And it is what it is. And he quit. And
how big was this guy?
Yeah, I can see that.
Three times my size, and I'm about two. No, not 3 times.
Whoa. I wouldn't hire that guy.
You talking about like 4 bills?
That's like
I don't know. Maybe
cable
that's
television story.
No, dude was 100 pounds more than me. Maybe. We go from 3 times to 1 time. Maybe it was 250, 280 pounds. He had a big old belly, and he was hard. He had a hard time. And
yeah, you feel bad. They're breathing like a horse. Like vloggers.
He quit on his own, and it is what it is, and he just couldn't work in the small stuff. I work in small restaurants. I got to work in a reach-in that's 27 inches wide on the outside. And you got to stick your arm in there and change an evaporator coil. You got to get in there. I'm getting kind of big for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say no to the guy, but, when I'm hiring someone, sure, I'm going to look, and I'm going to say, you might have a difficult time. So.
Speaking of diet and being fat and all that, any of you guys actually stick to or try to diet in any way? Do any sort of exercises, stretching, yoga, meditation?
Hell yeah.
Do not exercise as much as I should. Up until today, I've drank water for the last 4 days. Nothing but water until today. So I was trying, but I kind of ruined it. Thank you, guys.
Hey, man.
You gotta let loose. I love bringing Chris on because we finally get to have Chris let loose. This, on his channel it's a little different. So.
What about you, Joe? You're skinny.
Yeah, Joe.
I'm all right. You know what? I used to work out hardcore. I've been trying to get back into it, but I'm just too tired right now.
What kind of diet do you have? Like just fast food, garbage all day, or you actually?
No.
Sorry.
I barely eat fast food, guys, and I barely drink. How you guys like to say it? Soda. There's no pop in my diet. There's no Coke. There's no Pepsi. I don't drink it. No offense, Zach.
I used to drink it all the time. I haven't drank on a regular basis. I haven't drank soda in like 3 years, 2 years.
It's a big help. It's a lot of sugar. Zach, okay, has nothing to worry about. He looks pretty good, but sometimes
thanks, man.
It hits people pretty hard.
Hey,
the
Joe.
Coke, the juices.
You're a pretty attractive man yourself. Get with me after the show.
No, it hit me. I used to drink Red Bulls all the time, and but on another level, I switched Red Bulls and I started drinking coffee. So I drink, and what I quickly realized was I drink this this coffee that I rave about. It's called Cafe Modelo. It's this yellow container of coffee. Well, I figured out it's espresso. My brother was telling me the other day.
Oh, no way.
that's espresso. He goes, that's what people make
Nice.
espresso. I drink 2.5.
Love it.
I drink a mug of that. It's 2.5 cups every single day. I go, oh, shit. One of my guys came to work. We had a meeting the other day, and I kept telling my guy, dude, you got to try my coffee. And he's like, yeah, I'll try it. So I made a pot of coffee for myself at the shop, and he poured it. And I'm not kidding with you. He was shaking when he was done with our meeting. And I go, dude, I don't shake when I drink that. I don't think that's good.
A lot of people shake, dude. I
don't drink when I drink my freaking coffee.
I love espresso, so yeah, that's nuts. A cup of
my show, so I'm gonna embarrass you right now.
What's going on here?
I thought it was a logical progression from what we were doing.
Wiener jokes.
It's like my face is over here, Zach. Don't.
Oh no, I'm not gonna do it, man. It's no good.
Gotcha.
But I used to drink Red Bulls until I loved them. But then one day, all of a sudden, they started tasting like vitamin. When I was a little kid, they started tasting like chemicals, but they never tasted like that before. They tasted glorious before. And that kind of, I was all, something's not right. If all of a sudden they started tasting like chemicals to me. And
yes.
And I had like severe anxiety and anger issues. And that was when I was going to a therapist. And I was like, I got to stop this.
Yeah.
I stopped drinking Red Bulls. I stopped drinking sodas. I still drink probably just as much sugar, but I don't drink the sodas. I still drink like apple juice and Gatorades.
No, what about like stretching or?
Nope.
No,
not right now. I wish I should. I know. I wish. Yeah.
See, I've
at
been
the same time, I complain because all of a sudden my back hurts and I've got a pinched nerve for a week, and it's
I've been plagued with back problems. I've had, I think, 3 ruptured discs, and the third one, finally, I listened to the physical therapist, and now I do stretching routine every day. I can tell you my back has never felt better. And I'm obviously not going to start just like lifting up things all by myself and ruining it all over again. But I mean, stretching has honestly made a world of difference. And it's nothing fancy, just 10, 15 minutes to stretch your legs out, lay on the floor, you know.
So somebody showed you these, how to stretch, or you just did it yourself?
No, a physical therapist after I had my third vertebra, what is it called? Ruptured disc in my back. They went there, and it was borderline where they were considering doing some sort of surgery, but I've heard bad things about back surgery, and you don't really recover very well, and most of the time you're still in pain once they're done. And physical therapists came in, and they're like, "Oh, you can try this, and if it works, then you don't have to get surgery." So,
I lied. Sorry. The coffee that I was drinking was Cafe Bustelo, and it's an espresso ground coffee.
Oh my god!
It sounds too fancy for me.
It's not. It's cheap crap we buy from a local grocery store. It's not anything expensive at all.
Like the White Claw of the coffee world.
I'll ask for it.
The caffeine ratio in that. Cafe Bustelo.
I love espressos. I love coffee. I'm a coffee guy too, not right now, Chris. But you know what? They say coffee is good for you because it keeps your heart going. So
as long as you don't put a bunch of creamer in it, it's good for you.
No, I do the Cafe Bustelo in about. I'm horrible. I put milk in it. It's just regular milk in the morning. So I do 2.5 cups of the coffee, and then I don't know, 1/4 cup of milk.
Just regular milk.
Regular milk.
Ugh, that's gross.
No, because I feel like the again, this is the logic in my head. The coffee
It's right in it.
is like chemicals to me, but milk is just a chemical too. So
that's true. It's not your mom, not your milk.
There's nothing legit about milk that we drink because it's like.
Are you serious?
It's
natural. I don't drink milk anymore because of stuff I've learned about milk. So I just quit
anti-milk.
drinking it.
Is that what anti-milk?
I'm anti-big milk unless milk wants to sponsor me.
She's like a vegan, whatever.
Oh, she hates milk
stuff. Yeah, she don't eat any dairy. The only thing she doesn't eat any meat. She eats eggs. That's it. That's
I'm surprised.
Eggs and everything else is like she used to be like crazy vegan, but
if Big Milk is watching and they want to sponsor me, I'll totally wear a milk mustache in a video.
So wait, how do I find out how much caffeine this crap has in it? It can't be good for me.
You know, caffeine could hit you hard when you don't have it either, Chris. Like I've noticed, like I feel a little bit like if I'm like caffeine withdrawal, you know what I mean? I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Oh yeah,
I get that with sugar withdrawal. It's my big thing now is to try to cut as much sugar and cholesterol and junk out of my diet. And sugar has been the toughest. You know, I quit smoking cold turkey, quit drinking 2 years ago, cold turkey. But man, sugar.
Yep.
Sugar and heroin is the hardest things to give up.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know if he's serious or not.
nobody can tell. Sometimes I don't even know if I'm serious. I say things in the same way, whether I'm happy or not.
That's the meth.
See?
That's the meth for sure.
Yeah, that goes back to one of those things when people were comparing me to Mr. Greaves. That dude's got just so much energy and enthusiasm. He's talking and his voice changes, goes up and down. And
guys, do you sense something? You sense Bill's a little depressed, a little bit, you know, on the
jealous.
down. Yeah,
I'm jealous.
Greaves. You know, he has so much energy. His voice is so enthused.
I need to get one of those heart bubbles. Get a heart bubble right above me with Andrew Greaves in it.
We need to get a picture of you and AK. That's what dude. You got to go to AHR. That solves it. You got to go to AHR.
Oh, I can't this year.
See, I said that last year. I was like, no, I can't. I was too busy, and you know, life habit. I really couldn't, but I regret it.
I'll probably end up going next year as long as, you know, this YouTube train that I'm on.
Going. Yeah. I don't even know how I'm going to be able to go this year, but I'm going. Oh, Zach's cutting it off.
No, keep going.
What?
You cutting a hot dog?
Is that a pencil?
I could have shown a much more effective way of cutting a pencil.
I know, right?
Interesting.
That's funny.
Hold on. There, right there. Come on, let's cut this pencil.
Hold on a second.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Let's cut. Give me a pencil. I got a fucking.
Give me a pencil.
Are you in like a gang or something? What do you got there?
Yeah.
No, you can't show this. I can't have this in California.
I was about to say that's illegal in the state of California.
Is it? Are you serious?
I got one of those.
Win this in a Facebook raffle group that raffles off firearms and weapons. Come on.
That's a spring-loaded knife. They confiscate that in a heartbeat.
Oh, that's a federal offense in California. Come on,
guys. That's a sheet metal knife, guys.
Yeah,
that's for cutting duck board.
That's all it is. The duck knife.
Yeah, you could cut some duck board
spring-loaded
or your rival gang.
Do I need to demonetize this channel? Because I can go get some other stuff from my safe in the back room over there.
No,
go ahead and get it. Let's see what happens.
What's it
called?
Don't egg me on, because
don't do it.
Speaking of eggs, they got a lot of cholesterol too, huh? How about them eggs?
Yeah. How about them? How about them clippers, huh?
Yeah. How about those clippers? Oh wait, those clippers. Yeah.
I don't know.
You know, we should
about freaking sport
clippers.
I was talking about Clippers, but I knew what Chris was talking about. He was talking about the other Clippers. Chris should do a review on Clippers. Man, Clippers.
You're really trying to ruin my channel.
I think you should, Joe, after that last show we did with all your manscaping talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a good canvas for it. I could do like different strips for different machine.
Mm-hmm.
This is the brawn. This is the whatever. And this is, anyways, what cuts closer?
So, Ernesto wants to know. Wait, no, not Ernesto. Yeah, Ernesto. Ernesto.
Ernesto.
I don't know if you'll ever have
Blogger.
Rochester on here.
No.
Rochester.
I've never seen him here. Just wondering.
No, it didn't occur to us to do that.
That's a negative.
Ernesto, didn't your YouTube name used to be Tito something?
Santana?
Mm-hmm.
Ernesto, didn't your YouTube name used to be Tito209?
Wait a second. Ernesto is Tito209, the guy who hates 30%, 40%
Or was
of
it
people here?
Tito something?
Tugging every testicle.
I don't think it was Tito 9, but yeah.
I swear Ernesto's YouTube name used to be Tito something.
There was a Tito that was being a dummy one day, but I don't think it was him. But
It's not him because he likes you. Tito does not like you.
That's
yeah, I
true.
would hope
That's
so.
what I'm saying. I don't think it's the same guy.
Maybe it's a different person.
Tito likes the Cheeto.
Tito likes to Cheeto.
I ain't got no AK-47, Ray. I ain't got nothing cool like that. I just got a cool 1911. That's about it. So,
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you, Joe. Bless
My son.
All right, the show got about 5 minutes, guys. 5
Yeah, I
minutes.
think so. I think that's about right. I think it probably should have been cut off a half an hour ago, but
and a half, maybe an hour.
maybe an hour ago.
There's some real gold here.
2 hours and a half.
This is a diamond in the rough, guys.
HVAC Reefer Tito. Okay, so HVAC Vlogger, you dodged a bullet because there was a dude, Tito 209, that was giving people a bunch of shit in my live stream. So
I think here as well.
Yeah, it was here as well.
Yeah, it was here as well.
it was a difference. So cool.
Yeah.
You dodged a bullet. So
Tito
Right on,
hasn't
so-
arrived tonight.
It's funny. So he was in your stream and the stream.
That's
Yeah.
why I recognized him, because he was in Chris's before he ever came here.
Yeah. The Tito 209, he don't like us.
He don't like you. There's something.
yeah, he
there.
liked me, whoever he was. It's all good,
Yeah.
whatever. But he was talking crap about all the guys in the overtime show, and I got no problem with the overtime show. So
Yeah. Word.
You guys don't know this gentleman, this Tito guy?
no, I know HVACR Vlogger. He's a cool dude, and he used to be HVACR Tito or something like that. But no, he's a cool dude. He lives up in Northern California, up above me. So
With a girl.
Yeah, I was just watching his van deep cleaning video the other day. I don't know why, but it was a
some
one
of
of
those things are
videos that-
intoxicating, right? You just gotta watch it.
it's so you just gotta watch it. Like, I'm not gonna learn nothing, but
Who
for whatever
paid-
reason, I can't not turn away. I gotta watch it.
Yep.
That was a lot of money in cleaners.
Yep. Yeah, sure. Huh? I thought that too. I'm like, fuck, my guy's using freaking evaporator coil cleaner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, it was really cool coming in here.
Yeah, thanks for coming, bud. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for the support. All you guys.
For
We
sure.
love having a good time. It's good to get back, lay back, talk HVAC, talk life. It's awesome.
Check out the stream on Monday. Work permitting, it should be interesting. There's going to be a big change on my channel, so we'll see how
What?
Yeah, big change coming up. So
He's drinking water instead of beer.
yeah, some different things going on. You know, everybody will figure it out on Monday. We'll announce it then, but I'm just kind of getting a little tired with stuff, so we'll see how it goes.
You said we will announce it. What do you mean we?
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I caught that, guys. I don't even know. So
Big
I'm
change
curious.
going on Monday. Maybe. Well, permitting, everything works out. We have to work out some details and stuff, but things are going to change. So
Oh, he's probably gonna do a one of those. What's it called? The wife show.
yeah, maybe it's going to be how we live the HVACR life Monday.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
it's
what it
going to
was.
be
Yeah.
you know, who knows? You know, we'll see. We'll see. Things might change. So
You gotta change it up. You gotta relax there, buddy.
yep.
All right. Cool.
Thanks,
guys.
Thanks so much.
Phil.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thanks everybody in the chat. That was awesome for the support.
See you
Don't
guys
forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, turn the notifications on, and we'll see you on the next week. Next
And
time.
I think everybody that won a screwdriver sent me an email already. If
Well,
not, there was 4, right? So I think they all sent me emails. One.
You know what happened there, guys?
Wait, was there 3? No, there was 4.
3 of them.
4.
That's
It's harder to do than it looks.
Chris been itchy to give something away, and this is the only way to do it.
Oh shit! Wait! No,
What?
Bill told a story too. So Bill, send me an email. I'll send you one too.
Or wait, what? What's going on?
Send me an email.
You get an 81, bud.
Yeah, the people that called in.
Oh, that's cool because I just lost the bit in mine earlier today.
So you get a HVAC 8-1. Send me an email
That's awesome.
with your address. I'll send you one. Cool. That's it. So that equals the people that I sent them out to. So thanks for having me, guys.
Oh, anytime, bud. Anytime, guys.
It's been real.
Yama, let's touch fingers. Do it. Oh,
docking, huh? That's weird.
Spirit.
No, that's where you take the foreskin, not the foreskin, and you connect.
That's hard. That's hard.
Like that.
Chris, that's awesome.
I
Yeah,
lost
man.
every fucking sponsorship I'll ever have.
You're in luck. The show is not sponsored
You
by
show
anyone.
you're human, bud. You gotta show you're human.
Maybe this is why nobody wants to sponsor me.
Because you've been hanging around
Trust
us
me.
too much.
We've
No,
seen
you
the
get-
threshold for
Exercise
sponsorship.
bike with the fucking Borat scene.
They
right?
say, that guy's associated with overtime. We're not sponsored, dude.
No.
Yeah.
You mean that guy that looks like he's homeless?
This is the salt of the earth, my friend. The sponsors will flock shortly.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right, Joe, take us
Who
out,
knows where
man.
Adam went? I have no idea where Adam went.
That dude just
honestly.
dropped off.
He's
still
gone.
in his chair.
I told Rookie he threw up on his gift, so don't worry about
Gotcha.
He's still in his chair.
All right, guys. Thanks so
All
much
right,
for
guys.
having me.
Oh, thank you guys.
Zach,
See you, Chris.
you should end it.
it. We'll be on your show Monday. Don't worry.
Monday. Changes, big changes happening.
Maybe that's the
Lighten up
change.
the
We're all
chat.
going to be there. All right, Joe, take us out, man.
Thanks for
All right.
having us. I can't take it.
Who's having us?
That was
I don't know.
that was
You're one of the
disgusting.
hosts of the show.
I know.
Hey,
Who are
man.
we guesting on?
You know what? I did it before, and I'm just no. It's just
Just close your eyes.
All right.
Hey, Zach,
Take
by
a
the
deep
way,
breath.
thank you for the awesome tools, the hoses, and the vacuum gauge.
Did they already
Yeah,
get
that's
there?
awesome.
How's that even possible?
Not to Mexico, but to Adam's house.
Oh, yeah. I was going to send him a different package, but I didn't. I'm going to send him another package next.
Take us out
I
with the
can
clip.
guarantee
I will.
that everybody I promised a screwdriver will get them before Adam ships out screwdrivers that he's promised to people.
That's true.
That's absolutely going to happen. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
He's not gonna
true.
know.
Guaranteed.
That's not like a big promise right there. That's going to
Yeah.
happen.
Oh shit! We're not gonna tell him, man. Let's see what happens.
I'm
Unless he
trolling
watches.
You can tell him it won't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't. People tell him every week, you
Yeah.
ship my stuff yet? Yeah, okay.
Poor guy.
I'm getting to it. I don't even know him that well, but I still feel like I do.
He was so good at it for a while, but then he got busy, I guess.
I sent him some stickers because I was like, I need some of your stickers. And he's like, yeah, send me some of your stickers. I'll send you some. I
Hey.
sent him a bunch, and then he's like, yeah, I'll send you some. I'm like, I thought you were like in the process, like had already done so, because he already got my stickers. And he's like, yeah, I'll send you some. Like,
My problem is nobody can see your sticker back there, Bill.
oh, it is back there, isn't it?
It's been back there for fucking a month.
I need to get. I'll send you like a flag. You can hang.
It
It,
needs to be as big as my fucking head.
I like
Right.
the flag.
Right there.
you can hang it right across your two shelves, like a pirate flag.
There you go.
That's what you need, Bill. You need one of those. What was those old sport things they used to put on the wall? Fat heads. Remember
Oh,
fat
yeah.
heads?
Mhm.
It was like life-size football
I'll send
players
you-
and
I'll send
baseball
you a
players
link
on the wall. That's what you need. You need a damn a fat head of you that people could put on an entire
Like a
wall.
bobblehead.
That is a good idea. I wonder how much those cost. I'm gonna look into that.
Too much money.
No,
Too much
it's,
freaking
it's
money.
for sure
I
worth
know.
it, Bill. It's worth it.
that's what I was thinking. It might be a lot of money, but it might be well worth it. Just to have a
matter.
cardboard cutout of me in your background right there, just like
Oh my god.
just pointing at your smoke alarms right there.
There you go. I need to put something else up on that. I need to put another trainer board. It needs to be like fucking, I don't know, temp control or something like that.
Smoke alarm on, and have a
Controllers
little
on
match, like catching the figurine of Bill get on fire, and then the smoke alarm goes off. And
That's a
That
horrible
sounds
idea,
a
Joe.
little too technical.
Oh, my God.
For my
This is-
like low budget freaking.
I know.
Y'all
I
cannot
got a
end the show
VW
worth a
bus
damn.
and a freaking VW bug. I'm gonna do you a favor right now, Zach.
No,
I'm gonna-
no, Chris, don't go. Don't go. I want you to end the show, Chris, because Joe is incapable.
Okay. So this has been a great show. Some of us have had a little bit too much to drink.
Surely not.
No,
Yeah, go.
not at all. Not me. Other people, for sure. A little bit too much to drink. I really appreciate you guys
Yeah.
having me on the
This
show.
guy.
We're gonna go ahead and end this. I'm gonna play some outro music right now. We'll see you on the next one. Wait, sorry, wrong show. But end it, Zach. End it.
That was awesome.
Congratulations.